NTV.
Ni ushindi kwa waziri wa afya Mutahi Kagwe katika juhudi zake za kumaliza ufisadi katika wizara ya afya baada ya Rais Uhuru Kenyatta kuivunja bodi ya kitaifa ya kusimamia ubora wa huduma za maabara ambayo ilidaiwa kuwa kikwazo katika vita dhidi ya jinamizi la ufisadi humu nchini. Ni mojawapo ya taarifa zinazopewa kipaumbele katika NTV jioni leo, lakini kwanza muktasari wetu.
Everybody to ensure there is accountability.
Rais Uhuru Kenyatta puzilia mbali dhana kwamba serikali kuu ina njama ya kukandamiza bunge ili kupitisha miswada fulani.
This building here has got its fair share of criminals.
Rais aivunja halmashauri ya kutathmini ubora wa huduma za maabara iliyokuwa imemkaba kwa waziri wa afya Mutahi Kagwe.
This is going to be gold for Kenya in Gdynia. Jepchirchir punches the air as she crosses the line.
Mkenya Peres Jepchirchir atua ubingwa wa dunia katika nusu marathon, huku raia Uganda Jacob Kiplimo akitawala wanaume.
Nafikiria sana World Cup mimi. Nafikiria sana watoto wengi wale hawakupata chance ya kucheza.
Na Nick Mwendo ahidi makubwa katika muhula wa pili baada ya kuhifadhi urais wa shirikisho la kandanda nchini FKF.
Mbashara kutoka jumba la Nation. Hii ni NTV jioni na Jen Ngoiri.
Na barabara kabisa popote pale ulipo mpenzi mtazamaji, natumai umetulia tuli kwa taarifa za kuaminika za NTV jioni, na kusi tunamani sako kwa bako hadi tamati. Katika lugha ishara tuko naye David Agondoa. Mtazamaji, gavana wa Narok Samuel Ole Tunai amenusurika kifo baada ya kuhusika katika ajali ya ndege eneo la Mileli, kaunti ya Narok. Gavana alikuwa ametoka kuhudhuria mazishi ya mzee Ole Sasai wakati ndege hiyo ilikumbwa na hitilafu za kimitambo na kutungua. Hata hivyo, gavana Tunai, rubani pamoja na abiria wengine 4 wako salama baada ya kufanyia uchunguzi katika hospitali ya rufaa ya Narok. Kwa sasa gavana pamoja na abiria wengine wako hospitalini Nairobi kwa uchunguzi zaidi. Na bila shaka tunawatakia afueni ya haraka. Tukisonga mbele ni kwamba juhudi za waziri wa afya Mutahi Kagwe kumaliza ufisadi katika wizara hiyo zimepigwa jeki baada ya Rais Uhuru Kenyatta kuivunja bodi ya halmashauri ya kitaifa ya kusimamia ubora wa huduma za maabara. Bodi ya maabara hiyo imekuwa kikizozana na wizara ya afya tangu mwaka 2019 kuhusu kuhamishwa kwa wasimamizi wakuu katika juhudi za kupambana na ufisadi katika wizara hiyo. Mwanahabari wetu Seth Walale na taarifa kamili.
Kuvunjwa mbali kwa halmashauri ya kitaifa ya kusimamia ubora wa huduma za maabara kunatazamwa kama ushindi kwa waziri wa afya Mutahi Kagwe katika juhudi za kumaliza umafia katika jumba la afya linalozongwa na msururu wa kashfa za ufisadi kwa takriban miongo mitatu.
This building here has got its fair share of criminals. Like any other marketplace, there are few mad cases in here.
Mnamo Juni, ripoti maalum kutoka kwa afisa mkuu wa kisheria wa serikali James Mwenda ilikosoa bodi ya maabara hiyo kwa utumizi mbaya wa pesa za umma kufadhili kesi za kupinga amri ya wizara ya afya. Aidha, afisa mkuu mtendaji wa maabara hiyo Ezekiel Chepkwon pamoja na msaidizi wake Pius Wanjala walikosolewa kwa utumizi mbaya wa mamlaka na utendakazi duni. Juhudi za aliyekuwa waziri wa afya Cecily Kariuki na mrithi wake Mutahi Kagwe za kuwahamisha wasimamizi hao kutoka maabara hiyo ziligonga mwamba mara kadhaa, huku Chepkwony na Wanjala wakielekea mahakamani kupinga amri hizo.
The officers that we transferred were not necessarily criminals. That is normal. It is normal to transfer around.
Hata hivyo, amri kutoka mahakama ya rufaa hivi majuzi ilimpa Waziri Kagwe uhuru wa kuhamisha wasimamizi wa idara zote za wizara. Mbali na mabadiliko katika maabara hiyo, Waziri Kagwe vilevile anawania kutekeleza marekebisho katika idara mbalimbali chini ya wizara yake katika juhudi za kukomesha ufisadi. Seth Olale, NTV, Nairobi.
Taarifa yake Seth Olale inatufikisha katika sehemu ya swali la leo. Tunakuuliza, je, kuvunjwa kwa bodi ya kukadiria ubora wa maabara kutasaidia kumaliza ufisadi katika Wizara ya Afya? Je, kuvunjwa kwa bodi ya kukadiria ubora wa maabara kutasaidia kumaliza ufisadi katika Wizara ya Afya? Sema nasi kupitia mitandao yetu ya kijamii Facebook, Twitter @JenGoiriOfficial, @NTV Jioni. Tukisonga mbele ni kwamba mkurugenzi mkuu wa mashtaka ya umma nchini Nurdin Haji amekana madai kwamba uchunguzi wa ufisadi katika KEMSA hauna ushahidi wa kutosha kumwezesha kuwafungulia mashtaka washukiwa. Akizungumza katika ziara kuidhinisha mradi wa maji katika eneo la Ijara, kaunti ya Garissa, Haji alifafanua kwamba ni kawaida kwa ofisi yake kurejesha faili za uchunguzi kwa idara husika ili kuongeza ushahidi dhidi ya washukiwa.
There is no weak link. This is normal, investigation and prosecution processes. And before you can go to court, you must have enough evidence to prosecute. We are not saying that there is no evidence. We are saying that the threshold has not been reached. So we've asked EACC, and they are working very hard to ensure that the evidence is brought.
Na bila shaka ni taarifa ambayo tulifichua hapa NTV Jioni. Tunaendelea kuifuatilia hadi pale washukiwa watatambulika na kufikishwa mahakamani au kufunguliwa mashtaka. Sasa tuangazie siasa, na ni kwamba Rais Uhuru Kenyatta ameanza kuweka mikakati ya kuzinduliwa kwa ripoti ya BBI, huku akikutana na viongozi wa bunge ili kuhatarisha kwa ripoti hiyo ambayo huenda ikazinduliwa wiki ijayo. Aidha, Rais Kenyatta amesisitiza kwamba lengo la mchakato wa BBI ni kuunganisha Wakenya wote wa kutoa suluhu ya vita vya kisiasa ambavyo hushuhudiwa kila uchaguzi mkuu. Hata hivyo, rais amewataka wanasiasa kupunguza mihemko ya uchaguzi wa mwaka 2022, akisema inapunguza kasi ya maendeleo. Ripota wetu wa masuala ya kisiasa Kennedy Mreithi amekuwa akiangazia taarifa hiyo. Utakumbuka kwamba wengi wamekuwa kisubiri ripoti hiyo ya BBI. Hii ni baada ya handisheki kati ya Rais Uhuru Kenyatta pamoja na kinara wa ODM Raila Odinga, na wengi wanasema kwamba ripoti hiyo inaweza kutolewa wiki ijayo. Tunasubiri kuona yatakayojiri. Naelezwa kwamba Kennedy Mreithi sasa yuko tayari.
Mikakati kabambe imeanza kuwekwa kulitayarisha taifa kwa kuzinduliwa kwa ripoti ya BBI wiki ijayo, huku bunge sasa likipewa notisi ya kuzinduliwa kwa ripoti hiyo. Viongozi wa mabunge yote mawili pamoja na wenyekiti na manaibu wao walifika katika ikulu ya Nairobi kwa mkutano wa faragha ambao uliangazia sana umoja wa Wakenya. Mkutano huo ulioitwa na Rais Uhuru Kenyatta ulitoa mwafaka kwa kunadi sera za BBI na kuwataka viongozi wa bunge kuweka mikakati ya kuwaandaa wenzao kwa ripoti hiyo. Kulingana na waliohudhuria mkutano huo ikulu, Rais Kenyatta alichukua muda mrefu kuzungumzia umoja wa taifa kabla ya uchaguzi wa mwaka wa 2022 na kupunguza mihemko ya kisiasa.
This is the first true session of the leadership of Parliament that is truly reflective of the way in which we want our country to go.
Aidha, Rais Kenyatta alitaka vita vya mara kwa mara baina ya mabunge yote mawili vikome. Rais Kenyatta pia anawataka wanasiasa kulegeza kamba ya kampeni za mapema na kuangazia maslahi ya Wakenya. Wengi waliona alimlenga naibu wake William Ruto anayedaiwa kumkaidi mkuu wake.
And today's leadership that showed up in the State House is a reflection of that new configuration, specifically the reaction to the bad manners, the bad behavior, the bad intentions, the evil schemes of the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya in undermining his boss before he can even achieve the legacy that he has been trying to achieve.
He also asked politicians, us politicians, to tame our ambitions, to just not to stop. He's not asking us to stop our ambitions. It's not denying anybody the rights to have ambitions. He's asking us to tame our ambitions and allow the country for the next 2 years to finish the process of ensuring that our elections are not the kind of elections that end up in violence.
Kwingineko huko Meru,
na BBI hapana, tumekataa.
Kambi ya naibu rais ilisisitiza kwamba itaangusha ajenda ya BBI.
Na BBI.
Akizungumza huko Meru, Ruto alikariri umuhimu wa Wakenya wa tabaka za chini kuangaziwa zaidi na kupewa nafasi ya kushamiri.
Nilikuwa mtu ya kuuza kuku barabarani. Kwa hivyo mimi naelewa mtu wa kinyozi ni biashara gani, na ule wa mama mboga, na ule wa kuchoma mahindi, na ule wa kupiga viatu rangi, na huyu wa bodaboda. Mimi naelewana na wao. Kwa hivyo wale wadosi wanasumbuka na mimi, wanipatie nafasi, wanipatie time, kwa sababu mimi naelewa biashara ya hawa watu wadogo.
Sisi kama Wameru tunajua kura zetu zinaenda wapi. Hakuna mtu atatueleza tuende hivyo ama hivyo. Tunajua kura zinaenda kwako.
Wanasema huyu William Ruto akiingia State House atalete watu ya kawaida State House, na hiyo ni makosa. Shida ya huyu muungwana yote imetoka hapo. Sasa nyinyi muko na kibarua ya kulinda yeye.
We have a new Nazi party in the Hatzla name, whereby anything you don't achieve, you blame on the rich versus the hustlers. This is an evil scheme which we must stop.
You opposed the 2010 Constitution. The 2010 Constitution has made you the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya for 2 terms. Now here we are. We want to further engage Kenyans so that we stop this madness of people burning people's houses and these mandamanos every now and then. You are now out in the field bastardizing the same cause of unity. Where God is, there is unity.
Kennedy Murevi, NTV.
Wakati huo wabunge vijana kutoka ukanda wa magharibi mwa nchi wameanzisha vuguvugu lao kwa kile wanasema ni ajenda ya kukaribia uongozi na kuchangia uthabiti wa uchumi wa eneo hilo la nchi ili kukwamua wakazi kutoka lindi la umaskini. Vuguvugu hilo liitwalo Magharibi Youth linajumuisha wajumbe kutoka kaunti za Trans Nzoia, Bungoma, Kakamega, Busia na Vihiga, na mwenyekiti wa kwanza atakuwa mbunge wa Saboti Caleb Amisi.
We are going to create a generational gap that for many years these young people will not have the resources and the international and the local network to ever ascend to the presidents of this republic. And that is why we must talk. As a people from one region, we cannot sit down and think everything is okay. There is a problem somewhere. Na vijana wameamua they will not leave their future to be determined by somebody else.
Mimi ndugu yangu Malala simwogopi bwana. Tunamwambia peupe mchana, tabia yako haikuruhusu wewe kuwa kiongozi wa vijana katika mkoa wa Magharibi. Tutamwambia na kabla tumwambie hiyo, hawa viongozi ambao unaona hapa sisi tumeita Malala, sisi wenyewe mnakuja kutuambia nini hapo? Tumemuita Malala, tukakomboa nyumba, tukalipa hata drink yake ile kitu anakunywanga tukaweka hapo kwa meza. Tukamwambia ndugu yetu, hiyo njia ambayo umeshika itakupoteza.
Na tunataka tutembee hii safari pamoja. Tunataka hii safari ikuwe ni safari ambayo italeta matunda kwa vijana wetu.
The last time tunataka mayouth wote waingie MCS, mayouth waingie members of National Assembly, mayouth waingie members of the Senate, if possible mayouth waingie governors. Rais pekee ndio tuachie baba.
Baada ya taarifa hiyo kukumbusha tu unaendelea kutazama taarifa fasaha sahihi za NTV jioni. Siku ya leo Rais Uhuru Kenyatta alivunja bodi ya kukadiria ubora wa maabara. Tunakuuliza, je, kuvunjwa kwa bodi ya kukadiria ubora wa maabara kutasaidia kumaliza ufisadi katika Wizara ya Afya? Katika Twitter, Adura Vansami anasema Vihiga tufuatilia matangazo. Kongole kwa Rais Uhuru Kenyatta kwa hatua hiyo, lakini bado kuna mahali kwenye wizara hiyo lazima washukiwa watambuliwe na hatua kali ichukuliwe dhidi yao. Naye kuna Bakari Mwayaga anasema kwa umbali naweza saidia, ila serikali inafaa kufanya mambo zaidi kudhibiti ufisadi humu nchini. Na mwisho kabisa ni Mongare Daniel anasema la haha, ni vyema tu kuwapiga kalamu watu wote wanaohusika na uendeshaji wa maabara. Haya, endelea kusema nasi, kukumbusha tu si maoni ya NTV jioni, lakini maoni ya watazamaji kwa sasa, na kupa fursa uvute pumzi. Tukutane baada ya muda usiokuwa mrefu.
Oya ni aje, mimi ndo Jonte Fresh. Mimi ndio nimetambulika hii Gikomba yote sekta ya manguo. Jumio transform nguo ordinary za mtush zenye ziuka mna hii harufu ya bail into the freshest igi kosi yote. Siri ni hii real mpya ya pink. Na kushow mtush zinang'ara kung'ara kushinda kamera. So clean, so fresh. Ma customer unaisana na hii story. Ninatumia aerial touch of down mpya tu.
Good.
Hello, Susan. Yes, you. Holding that pack. I know you've been avoiding me because in the past I've made you uncomfortable. Maybe even caused you pain. But I want you to know that I have changed. For you.
Hey, what is this?
You can love me again if you're willing to give me another chance. Meet me at aisle 4. Hey, Susan.
It's lactose free.
know you love milk, and now there is milk that loves you. With Gold Crown lactose-free milk, you can enjoy the richness of natural cow's milk without any of the digestion discomfort. Gold Crown lactose-free, milk that loves you.
Mkate kweli ni selecta, ukikula kwanza na kachai. Tunasema mkate gani tamu zaidi, wenye afya tele tena tosaidi, bei yake bado ni ile ile nafuu, na unapatikana karibu na wewe. Selecta. Mkate ni Selecta.
Introducing Centric Courts Apartments in Tindigwa, Kiambu, located just 12 kilometers from the CBD. On sale is a group of 3-bedroom apartments that offer elegance, style, and proximity to a host of services and amenities. Enjoy 24/7 security, ample parking space, hot solar water, and kids' play area. Cash offer at 10.5 million. Rent at 55,000 shillings, or a block of 16 units for 160 million. The first 3 cash buyers will win a car or a furnished apartment. Call us on 0735 832 709 or 0791 874 281.
Hey! What is yawa?
What is that? Is that, could that be a fire? At this time, where is that kijana?
It's just our school alarm. We are practicing to go back to school.
And who is going to pay those fees?
We understand that you might not be ready to go back to school, but at Naivas, tuko rada kurudi shule. Our shelves are fully stocked and prices greatly discounted for you to make that quick and easy return to school. With thousands of back-to-school items, price cuts on your Chuo favorites, and points to score on your Naivas card. You'll get going for an A+ term at all Naivas branches countrywide.
Mam, tuko rada.
Labda Naivas, wewe na kichwa yako bado inalala.
Just like our bank account.
Tuko rada kurudi shule na Naivas. The back-to-school that's safe on your pocket. Naivas saves you money.
For the women who deserve more, Moped is now in Kenya and more than 40 countries. With its nylon-free surface, new Moped has unique softness and up to 100% protection. Your skin will love it.
Karibu tena mpenzi mtazamaji. Huku visa vya maambukizi ya corona vikiendelea kuongezeka siku za hivi majuzi, hospitali ya Luwali iliyoko Rongo, kaunti ya Migori imefungwa baada ya wafanyakazi 10 kupatikana virusi vya corona. Mwandishi wetu Gabriel Kudaka ana maelezo zaidi.
Shughuli ya ufukizaji inaendelea katika sehemu mbalimbali za hospitali hii kufuatia wahudumu wa hapa kuthibitishwa kuwa na virusi vya corona.
To conduct a staff testing to all our staff who were working in the facility, and through that we managed to do several tests, and the last test that we carried out we managed to get 10 positives.
Shughuli za kawaida zimesitishwa.
All the staff who have been in the compound for the last 10 days are on quarantine. So during that time we are having backup from the Ministry of Health.
Hata hivyo, huduma za kushughulikia mama wajawazito bado zinaendelea.
And we've ensured that we've sourced for some other staffs who will come and support the maternity cases. And also at night there's a staff who will be doing the ambulance pickup.
Kufikia sasa zaidi ya wahudumu wa afya 600 wamethibitishwa kuwa na virusi vya corona nchini. Gabriel Kudaka, NTV.
Wakati huo watu wengine 12 wamefariki kutokana na maambukizi ya homa ya corona na kufikisha idadi jumla waliofariki kuwa 825. Haya yanajiri huku watu wengine 616 wakiambukizwa corona kutoka sampuli 5512. Sasa idadi ya maambukizi nchini ni 44196. Aidha, watu 104 wamepona corona na sasa idadi waliopona ni 31652. Takwimu za leo zimetolewa huku kaunti ya Nairobi ikiendelea kuongoza katika idadi ya maambukizi pamoja na kuzinduliwa kwa awamu ya pili ya shughuli ya upimaji wa wakazi. Mtazamaji, nakwambia ulimi unataka kufanya nini leo. Wakazi waliofurushwa kutoka ardhi inayokisiwa kuwa ya msitu eneo la Mlima Elgon wanaishi katika mapango kwa miezi 5 sasa. Na katika kaunti ya Kajiado, jamii ya Ewaso Kidong inadai kwamba kuna njama ya kunyakua ardhi yao. Kwa taarifa hizo nyingine unafuata mkusanyiko wa matukio majimboni na Nuru Abdul Aziz.
Licha ya mahakama kuu kusitisha kwa muda kufurushwa kwa wakazi kutoka ardhi inayokisiwa kuwa ya msitu eneo Mlima Elgon, polisi eneo hilo wanaendeleza operesheni ya kuwafurusha wakazi hao walio zaidi ya 2000, huku familia nyingi zikilazimika kuishi kwenye mapango kwa miezi 5 iliyopita. Wakazi hao wanasema walihamia eneo hilo enzi za mababu zao na waliwekewa mpaka wa kutoingia kwenye ardhi ya msitu mwaka 1976. Wanasema mimea yao iliharibiwa na maafisa wa polisi wakati wa operesheni hiyo. Sasa wanaishi mapangoni tangu mwezi wa 6. Katika kaunti ya Kajiado, jamii ya Wamaasai kutoka Ewaso Kidong, Kajiado Magharibi inadai kwamba kuna njama ya kunyakua ardhi ya urithi kutoka kwa mababu zao. Wakazi hao wanaoishi katika ardhi ya ekari 14,500 wanasema wanaishi kwa hofu kutokana na vitisho kutoka kwa watu wasiojulikana wanaowashurutisha kuondoka eneo hilo kwa madhumuni ya kutoa umiliki wa ardhi hiyo walioridhishwa na Wavyele. Mwanamuziki maarufu wa jamii ya Wakalenjin Hammond Rono maarufu kama Rhino Kaboom amezikwa leo kijijini Chesiliot, kaunti ndogo ya Londiani huko Kericho. Maelfu ya waombolezaji na jamaa yake walikusanyika katika shule ya msingi ya Kapcheplanga kwa ibada ya wafu ya marehemu Rhino. Wanamuziki wenzake wakiongozwa na Kipkurui Ngeny wa bendi ya Kimalal Jazz Band waliomba serikali ya kaunti kuisaidia familia ya marehemu aliyeacha mjane na watoto wawili. Na maafisa wa polisi katika eneo bunge la Kabete, kaunti ya Kiambu wameshirikiana na viongozi wa vijiji na kubomoa vibanda vilivyoko katika vituo vya mabasi mjini Gitaru. Inadaiwa kuwa wauzaji wa dawa za kulevya huendeshwa katika vibanda hivyo. Wachuuzi katika eneo hilo wamekashifu ubomozi huo, wakisema kuwa hawakuwa wamepewa muda wa kutosha kuwawezesha kuondoa vitu vyao. Wanakadiria hasara baada ya bomoa hiyo, huku wakipinga madai ya ulanguzi wa mihadarati eneo hilo. Nuru Abdulaziz, NTV.
Naam, taarifa yake Nuru Abdulaziz inakamilisha awamu ya pili ya NTV jioni. Nikichungulia pale pembeni na mwanaspoti Joshua Makori amejaa studioni. Hivyo basi nakusihi usicheze mbali, manake kuna mengi zaidi kutoka uwanjani.
Fresh Fry Premium Cooking Oil now has a new look and an advanced spout and seal. Triple refined, zero cholesterol and natural vitamin E. Fresh Fry, always heart friendly. Now it's even more cooking friendly. Fresh Fry, the premium cooking oil for healthy living.
Parenting is all about learning when to be tough and when to be gentle. Tough, gentle. But when it comes to fever, you need to be both. Panadol Baby and Infant starts to work on fever in 15 minutes and is gentle on the tummy. Tough call. Panadol Baby and Infant. Tough on fever, gentle on your child.
Mimi ni mwanabiashara, niko na club inaitwa Miami Garden Resorts na iko located Matu. Tulipokuja tukajenga tukafikia almost finishing. Equity walituongelesha wakatuambia investment mmeweka hapa, tunaweza taka pia tukue partners na nyinyi. Wakatupatia boost. 2019 ndio tulifungua sasa. Miami ilikuwa ndio talk of the Matu. After ile support ya Equity ilibidi tu kustrangu sana. Kutoka mwezi wa pili, before hiyo mwezi ishe, mwezi wa tatu hivi, corona pia tukaanza kujiuliza sasa, hapa tuko na Equity, tuko na staff. Before tujue ya kufanya, wakakuja tena wakatupatia hiyo hope ya kwamba imesimama hapo kutushikilia. Mwanzo walikuja wakasema tu apply tupewe 3 months bila kulipa. Wakatuambia sio limit, in case ikifika huko na kuja change we can still extend. Si kama kuna bank nyingine ningeenda ingefikiria vile hiyo walifikiria.
Happy anniversary. Mbona hii mabati kina dad na mom bado inakaa mpya? Na hii nyumba imekuwa hapa for so many years. Na pia umelelewa hapa.
Wow, imagine hata nilikuwa sija notice. Rufus, Wewe ni fundi wangu wa miaka mingi sana. Haya mabati yatadumu kweli?
Huyu kijana nilimwambia anunue mabati ya Dumuzas.
Usibahatishe mabati. Hakikisha umeangalia alama za kudhibitisha Dumuzas halisi. Chagua Dumuzas, mabati inayodumu kudumu. Isitoshe, Dumuzas ndio mabati pekee inayokuja na warranty.
Sitaki tena kubahatisha.
Trade in the global financial markets with Kenya's leading online trading platform. Enjoy fast deposits and withdrawals as you trade in products such as currencies, indices, commodities and shares. Are you one of us? SMS FX Pesa to 40184 to get started. FX Pesa is a product of EGM Securities, which is licensed by the Capital Markets Authority. Trading in margined products carries high level of risk.
Superior stain removal na mwosho moja just got more affordable na 10 bob too.
Ndiyo mida sasa ya kudunda viwanjani haraka upesi. Wananiita Joshua Makori. Nick Mwendo amehifadhi kiti cha kuwa rais wa shirikisho la kandanda humu nchini kwa muhula miaka 4 ijayo. Mbali na yeye kufanya hivyo, Joseph Andere alitetea kiti chake cha baraza kuu la FKF eneo la Nyanza, huku Mohamed Dabar akiwa mwakilishi mpya wa kaskazini mashariki. Bernard Korir ataliwakilisha eneo la juu la bonde la Ufa, huku Michael Ouma akiwa mwakilishi wa Nairobi, Gabriel Mugende wa Pwani, Davis Chege wakati na Enos Kweya wa magharibi, sambamba na Murith na Bea wa mashariki, akiwemo pia David Bunei wa eneo la chini la bonde la Ufa walichaguliwa bila kupingwa. Margaret Omondi ndiye mwakilishi mwanamke katika NEC. Uchaguzi wa shirikisho la mpira miguu hapa nyumbani FKF umefanyika hapa katika hoteli hii ya Safari Park eneo la Kasarani, na rais wa sasa Nick Mwendo amehifadhi uongozi wake baada ya kuzoa wingi wa kura zikiwa ni 77 dhidi ya 5 zake aliyekuwa afisa mkuu mtendaji wa Gor Mahia Lodvika Duda na aliyekuwa naibu afisa mkuu mtendaji wa FKF shirikisho lenyewe Herbert Machiro aliyepata kura 3. Boniface Osano ambaye ni mwanahabari ameambulia nunge sambamba na Dan Mule ambaye aliwahi kuhudumu kama mwenyekiti wa AFC Leopards.
Ni ushindi mkubwa. Ni ushindi ambao kwangu ni wa kunyenyekea, kwa sababu tumeshinda na 90%. Kwa mara ya kwanza rais wa shirikisho amechaguliwa mara ya pili. Haijawahi kufanyika. Hii ofisi ukiingia baada ya miaka 4 watu hawakupendi tena. Sisi tulikuwa na kura 52 2016, leo tumekuwa na kura 77. Kwa hivyo inaonekana kwamba sisi hatujarudi chini, na sio tu kwa kura, lakini kwa kiwanja. Umeona timu zetu kazi zimefanya, umeona maendeleo katika refereeing, katika coaching na pia kisiasa, kwa sababu sasa nyumba haijagawanyika vile ilivyokuwa mbeleni.
Ukiangalia ni kipindi kingine cha miaka 4 na ukuja tena, nini kikubwa safari hii unakusudia?
Nafikiria sana World Cup mimi. Nafikiria sana watoto wengi wale hawakupata chance ya kucheza, kwa sababu kaunti zetu nyingi uliangalia kura ziko 9, ziko 12. Ni kumaanisha vilabu sio nyingi. Umesikia kaunti 3, Samburu, Tana River na Lamu hakuna football. Tunataka kila kaunti iwe na timu 50 angalau. Kwa hivyo football inaendelea, ya vijana, ya wasichana. Hivyo basi football talent iongezeke. Na ligi yetu vile umeiona sasa wana pesa. Hizi wiki 2 tukifunguliwa football, shilingi milioni 100 watalipo. Haijawahi kufanyika hivyo vile inafanyika.
Mshikilizi wa rekodi ya dunia ya nusu marathon Mkenya Peres Jep Chirchir ameshinda makala mwaka huu ya nusu marathon, mbali na kuvunja rekodi mjini Gdynia, Poland. Nyota huyu mwenye umri wa miaka 27 aliibuka kidedea baada ya kukimbia kwa muda saa 1 dakika 5 na sekunde 1.6. Rekodi yake awali ilikuwa ya saa Kikwazo cha mafanikio mwenzako, manake kesho huyo mtu ambaye unamzuia huenda akawa daraja la wewe kufika upande wa pili wa mafanikio. Niite mwanaspoti niridhike zaidi usiku mwanana.
Shukran sana mwanaspoti. Kabla sijaondoka tunakuuliza, je, kuvunjwa kwa bodi ya kukadiria ubora maabara kutasaidia kumaliza ufisadi katika Wizara ya Afya? Buska Redona anasema la hasha, viongozi wanaopewa leseni ya kusambaza dawa wanafaa pia kupokonywa leseni zao, kwani wao ndio chanzo kikuu. Na mwisho kabisa Alex Mojona anasema ni mahala pazuri pa kuanzia, lakini nusu tu ya kazi. Wana mafia hao wafunguliwe mashtaka kotini na watozwe faini kubwa ama warudishe pesa za serikali. Anasema hivyo. Shukran sana kwa wote waliochangia. Ni hayo tu, naelezwa kwamba lazima niondoke studioni. Pia David Agondo anasema asante sana na good night.
This is NTV.
In Kenya, 1 in 2 children suffer from cavities. Brushing with Pepsodent removes bacteria and repairs tiny holes before they become cavities. Because every smile matters.
That is what this could be. Hii yote ni 5 acres. We are going to build the greenhouse for you, sell the produce, na pia tutagawana faida. 75%, 25%.
You mean 75% for me?
Sign hapa kwanza. First year yield itakuwa ni 67%. Na kuna taxes.
You mean tax?
Sign hapa na hapa. Additionally, kuna 2% facilitation fee na warehouse charges. Sign hapa ya mwisho.
And this is a sure deal.
Completely transparent.
Okay.
If only all things in life were as honest as Airtel's amazing data. Get 500 MB free daily, 3.5 GB free weekly, and 15 GB free monthly with every bundle purchase. Not just for a few, but for every one of you. Switch to Airtel and save. The honest network.
Geisha shea butter and honey. Made with the goodness of shea butter to moisturize dry skin.
Be strong and last long.
NTV, turning on your world. The following program has been rated GE. It is therefore suitable for general family viewing.
You are quite in time for this show that takes you around the world without a visa, literally speaking. And today we will take you to United Arab Emirates, Senegal and Kenya. Our main guest today is Chege, a Kenyan civil engineer who is making a great contribution to the transformation of Dubai City. In a nutshell, this is the outlook of today's show.
I got my first job basically from the airport. That time they were commissioning the Mall of Emirates.
He is part of the works in the ever-changing Dubai skyline. In Senegal, the story of Kenyan athlete turned financial expert Felix Boutit. On Kenya to the World,
we are planting close to 3 million plants every week.
The hunger for Kenya's frozen avocados. And on My Magical Kenya, my 3-hour circuit around Lake Turkana. Straight to Dubai, and who is there? Michael Zimanji with the story of the daring Kenyan civil engineer.
From record-breaking sites like the Burj Khalifa to the breathtaking landscape of the Palm Islands, not to mention the intricate transportation system, working in Dubai is definitely an engineer's dream. So you can imagine my excitement when I learnt that one of our own is right in the middle of all this revolution in construction. Philip Chege is a civil engineer specializing in construction management. When I met him, he was busy putting the final touches to his latest construction project.
Hey Michael, how are you?
Thank you, Bana.
Kwa namna gani? Welcome to Dubai.
Walking through his handiwork, I can't help but marvel at his expertise.
Wow, it's so technological.
Yeah, we are using the latest technology in home automation. Dubai is a place where everybody from all over the world comes in and they bring a lot of rich ideas. Personally, I've met a lot of people from all over the world who bring a lot of rich ideas, a lot of new building technologies, a lot of things like home automations that you are seeing in this property. They are all foreign stuff that have been designed elsewhere and perfected here. So they have a small kitchen to prepare snacks. When I came here, I got my first job basically from the airport the first day, and the second day I had to start working. This was in 2003, July, a time like now, summer. So that time they were commissioning the Mall of Emirates, and that was my first project that I did commissioning.
Yes, it was that simple. But even more interesting is the fact that getting the relevant work permits was also a walk in the park.
Basically, it's just you get your certificates in order, attested in Nairobi from the Foreign Affairs, from the UAE Embassy, bring here, you do the same, Foreign Affairs and the Kenyan Embassy, and then you start doing the process with the authorities that are involved in construction. You do an exam, and they do a lot of each small test, they check on your certificates, and then good to go if you pass your exams.
This is Chege's 17th year working in Dubai. In all that time, he has not only perfected his craft, but has also been able to incorporate a company of his own.
I realized there is a miss out in communication between the client who don't have time, or who are out of the country, or who are do business flying a lot, and the contractors. So that's where I come in. I decided to set up a management company that helps bridge that gap of communication, programming, and conveying the interest of the client to everybody involved in the project.
It seems that the only way to go for this accomplished son of Thika is up. He, however, does admit that the journey hasn't always been easy.
The biggest challenge that I have faced is language, because with the people who work below engineer levels are usually Indians, and they don't talk a lot of English, all Arabic. People who have been brought up with Arabic as their first language, or Urdu as their first language. And those are the first languages that I had to learn. So basically today I can hear everything in Arabic, and I can speak everything in Urdu.
Since daring abroad, Chege has been involved in numerous construction projects, but that doesn't mean that he has forgotten home.
I have my foot still in Kenya. I fly a lot. I have started a couple of projects in Nairobi, and at the moment, without even disclosing so much, we are working on something with the Association of Kenyans in Dubai, where they want to do something very massive. And they have really asked me to help them putting up a project that will help Kenyans living in Dubai when they go back home to have something they can call theirs.
For now, Chege has no intention of coming back anytime soon, because to him, he's barely scratched the surface here in Dubai. But he does have this to say to all Kenyan professionals in his field.
This land, everybody who works here is a foreigner. So I don't believe that it's a challenge, because the others are doing it. The Indians are massively involved in construction. So if they have managed to do it, why not us?
Chege's story is truly one of a kind. a story that the old boy of Chania Boys is proud of. And judging from the record-breaking buildings being constructed here, the sky is literally the limit for him.
Quite an uplifting story there from Dubai by our reporter Michael Simanji. Let's now shift our attention to the Kenya to the World segment. And today we are tracing the value chain in Kenya's frozen avocados that make it to the global market.
What if I told you that there's a Kenyan company leading the continent when it comes to the exportation of frozen avocados? Well, if you don't believe me, just take a look at this. Sunripe Limited is an independent grower and processing company based in Naivasha, Nakuru County. They specialize in the processing and exportation of fresh fruits and vegetables.
Sunripe started farming in 1965 in Kilimambogo, north of Thika, and we started growing Asian vegetables, aubergines and chilies and karela, etc. We brought the first green bean seed to Kenya from France in 1969 and exported back to France at that time. We started to work with pineapple from Kenya Cannes, Del Monte at that time, and we were exporting all the pineapples fresh from Kenya at that point. And that's where the name Sunripe came from. So we developed products over the years from bulk to pre-packs for the supermarkets, where we would now put stuff into a bag or a tray, label it for ready for the supermarkets, through to watching trends in Europe in the late 80s and early 90s, where the new generation that was growing up didn't know how to cook. They wanted to eat good food, but they had no idea how to cook, how product was grown. They didn't want to cut beans, they didn't want to shell the peas. So we went that one step forward in the 90s, and we created a premium category where we did all the preparation. We cut, washed the product, we packed it, and sent it so that they could put it in their microwave and be happy they had cooked their food for the day and it was fresh. So we will grow, of course, our beans and peas. We'll grow tender stem broccoli, a very nutritious mix between a broccoli and a kale. We do a range of leaf vegetables and herbs, so spinach and pak choys and onions and salad onions. We do a range of carrots. And then in the fruits, we focus on mangoes, avocados, and passion fruits. In 2000, we started the organic journey because we saw the need for organic food coming up now, where we had now given convenience food. People wanted to eat even healthier. So we started to go into organic food. And for the last 20 years, we are the biggest organic producer of exotic vegetables in sub-Saharan Africa. So we now focus on our organic vegetables, which is still very important. We do avocados by sea, fresh avocados by sea. And at the peak of our season, we send about 2 million fruits a week. And then we've gone into frozen vegetables. We are planting close to 3 million plants every week, which is great for the environment. Product gets harvested every day. It comes into the factory. We then will cool it down, pack and process it in the next 24 to 48 hours, and then label it for whoever the supermarkets are, go to the airport at Jomo Kenyatta, and then fly it out. So from day one, the product will be on the shelf in Dubai in day 3, in the UK in day 4. So it's very efficient, fresh product. Product that goes by boat, we will process it. It will then get in a container, go to Mombasa, and then sail for 2 to 4 weeks and be in the shelf in 2 months' time.
This year, Sunripe has been able to export between 5,000 and 6,000 tons of produce, despite the difficulties brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. Hasit attributes this to the support they receive from government.
We've been working very closely with the CS and the PS of trade, who really want two-way trade to happen. It's always been inbound. What are we importing to Kenya? We built a fantastic SGR railway system, right? All we hear is Mombasa, Nairobi, Mombasa, Naivasha, Mombasa, Kisumu. That is import. Mombasa this way is import. We need to go that way. What are we going to ship from Naivasha to Mombasa and out? Now that's what we are pushing. How do we get it? So together with the CS and PS of trade, together with Kilimo, and together with Kefis, we've been pushing exports. Agriculture is not sexy, and everybody who's graduating is coming out as a lawyer, or as an engineer, or they're working in the stock market as a doctor. Nobody wants to work the land. We have to make sure agriculture still provides good revenue and good income for all the guys who are behind us. 50% of our country is under the age of 25. Not everybody is going to get a job in Nairobi, Mombasa, Thika or Kisumu. We have to work the land. We work with close to 2,000 outgrowers, whether they grow beans or passion fruits or avocados. And each of those outgrowers has 5 people in their family. Plus, we have about another 1,200 people who work for us on the farms and in the factories. So another 6,000 there. So we were responsible for between 10 and 20,000 people sleeping on a full stomach every night. And that's what Sunripe is, and that's where our journey is so far.
And that's Kenya to the world. My name is Michael Zimanji.
That story leads us into a short break. When we return, Felix Butit, a professional Kenyan athlete who got a scholarship to study in New York and later became a financial expert in Senegal. Also ahead, my 3-hour magical experience around Lake Turkana.
Get an 8-acre prime residential plot with soil merchants in Kisamis along Magadi Road, a few minutes from the vibrant Kiserian town. Electricity and borehole water available at 148,000 Kenya shillings for cash buyers or 195,000 Kenya shillings for installment buyers. Pay 30% deposit and clear the balance in 6 months. SMS plot to 21595 for details. Welcome to our open day on 17th October 2020. Buy today, build tomorrow.
To protect yourself and family from viruses that remain on the clothes. Separate laundry that has been exposed and do not shake to minimize the possibility of dispersing the virus through the air. Soaking your laundry in water and hand washing powder does more to kill germs than just a normal wash. After washing, dry your clothes in direct sunlight.
They say we do the expected. We say we're more than you expect. Sunlight, more than you expect.
Last week, I murdered a rock. Injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. Brilliant Kipchoge from Mohamed Salah. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. Bad. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Get an 8-acre prime residential plot with soil merchants in Kisamis along Magadi Road at 148,000 Kenya shillings for cash buyers or 195,000 Kenya shillings for installment buyers. Come to our open day on 17th October.
You are watching Daring Abroad. Time now for Senegal, where a former professional Kenyan athlete, Felix Butit, is shining as a financial expert. And you will be amazed how he began his Daring Abroad journey. It's a typical morning in Dakar, Senegal's capital. Kenyan-born Felix Butit is busy partaking in his favorite pastime. Although he no longer participates in professional competitions, running is still in his blood. And it is this very activity that first provided him with the opportunity to dare abroad.
I went to school in New York, upstate New York, so it's just not far from the Canadian border, and I did a degree in accounting. So my undergraduate degree in accounting, and I also did a master's in finance and an MBA as well. I was actually the captain of track and field, and I was also the captain of the cross-country team. When I left Kenya, moving from the village, being that village boy, and moving to the US, it was a shock. First of all, I never sat in front of a white man, leave alone listening to them. I used to hear some programs in the TV, but I could not understand what they were saying. It's like they were speaking Greek to me.
But Butit took this challenge positively because he knew what this opportunity meant for him.
Yes, I was a good athlete, but I wasn't to the level that I say I want to focus so much on that. So my interest was, when they sent me out there, they sent me out there for studies. And of course, athletics was an opportunity for me to gather for my school fees and other essentials. So I used the God-given talent to advance what I really wanted. In this case, my focus was on academics.
So upon graduating from Roberts Wesleyan College with a degree in accounting and a master's in finance from Loyola University, Butit was ready to face the world.
Most of the time we send out there to study and to learn and to bring the experience back to the continent. And it was my time now to come back and to share the little experience that I have from being out there in the US for quite some time.
And that's how Butit landed here, where he's been working as a financial expert for the past 5 years.
I work for an organization called Trust Africa. Trust Africa is a Pan-African organization based here in Dakar, Senegal. And the experience coming here again, I took a chance there because one, this is a country that they speak French and I did not speak French. This is a country where it's predominantly Islam.
Despite this, Butit hit the ground running.
So I was prepared to come. Part of it was embracing the continent of Africa. So when I got the opportunity to come work here, it was a great experience, or it's been a great experience, having to learn the different cultures, the different societies, the different backgrounds as well. But besides that, I like the local language, which is called Wolof. So Wolof is a predominant language here, and I really like it. I like the French, and I'm learning it. Just like most people say, French is a very sexy language. So I think when I talk to my wife in French now, at least it brings more value to that. And I can say bonjour, comment ça va, and it spices up the relationship.
And with his 25 years of daring abroad, does the old boy of Tambach Boys High School in Elgeyo Marakwet County still feel connected to his motherland?
In spite of what we learn, in spite of the things that we get across, we will remain as Kenyans. There's no country that I've seen that is as beautiful as my own country. There is no country that I've seen that I'm proud of than my country.
But this does not mean the opportunity to dare abroad is unappreciated.
Living abroad has helped me to understand the diversity and the richness of the cultures that we have across. Everybody has different backgrounds. Everybody has different perceptions about life. And it has taken me to look at life as a value.
And as we wind up, these are his final words of wisdom.
If you get a chance to travel abroad, don't waste it. Do it. Travel. Get to see what people are doing. Bring it back to your home country. Bring it back to your village.
From running to dealing with statistics and money matters. Wow. Let's now fly over Lake Turkana, and you probably have no idea about the magic in this rarely talked about destination. Captain John Monte is making routine checks on this 5-seater Cessna C206 that will fly us around Lake Turkana. We are anxious. Having been told to brace for a breathtaking but exciting bird's eye view of the lake and its attractions. Captain Monte from Vertical Ventures flies tourists regularly on the Lake Turkana circuit. My cameraman Josephat Ekiru and assistant producer Jeremiah Eregai and I are first-timers, but we are lucky to be accompanied by the managing director of Elia Springs Resort, Rolf Glor, who understands the route and is ready to be our tour guide.
We might fly a bit higher so that we have a good view.
Chakwel, Southern Island, Lokipi, and the windmills towards Longalani. Welcome aboard.
Within no time, we are airborne. One of the things we notice is just how the lake has swollen, swallowing structures in some places. Lake Turkana, formerly known as Lake Rudolph, is the largest permanent desert lake in the world and the largest alkaline lake in the world. The lake lies in the Kenyan Rift Valley in northern Kenya. 3 rivers, the Omo, Takwel, and Kerio, flow into the lake, but the lake has no outflow. Its only water loss is by evaporation. This is Kerio Delta. It's all smooth so far, though we have been warned to brace for some turbulence at some point as it can get windy. Lake Turkana has several volcanic islands. This is Southern Island. It is the biggest island in the lake, covering nearly 3,900 hectares with locky shores, muddy bays with extensive bushes. And this is Nabiotum crater, yet another geological marvel in the middle of the lake. A bit windy here, but manageable. Then we overfly Loyangalani, which is located on the Marsabit side of the lake. It is a popular tourist destination in northern Kenya. This is where the El Molo people live, although it is home to Turkana people. El Molo is considered to be the smallest tribe in Kenya. After a 1.5-hour tour in the skies, we land at Loyangalani for lunch. After lunch, the journey continues. This is Sibiloi National Park, yet another signature attraction managed by the Kenya Wildlife Services. As the cradle of mankind, Sibiloi is home to important archaeological sites, including Kobe Fora, where the fossil remains have contributed more to the understanding of human evolution more than any other site on the continent. Sibiloi is a major breeding ground for the Nile crocodile. It has terrestrial wildlife too. Our 3-hour aerial tour of the lake would be incomplete without overflying Central Island, yet another popular site on the lake, a sight to behold. The island, as documented by the Kenya Wildlife Services, is made up of 3 crater lakes, that is the Crocodile Lake, Flamingo Lake, and Tilapia Lake. The Crocodile Lake provides a breeding ground for the world's largest concentration of Nile crocodiles. We had planned to fly all the way to the north, but Captain Monte advises that we are running short of time and we have to fly back to Elie airstrip. Nevertheless, this is good enough. What a journey!
We fly under Vertical Ventures, which is our agent company. We are based in Wilson Airport, but we also have a satellite based here in Lodwar, in Elie.
Now, flying is high-end. Tourists can reach most of the sites on the lake, including the islands, via boat rides. But that is a story for another day. That's just a tip of the iceberg of what you can find in Turkana. We have more for you in our next show. We are glad you found time to be with us today. We took you to the United Arab Emirates, Senegal, and Kenya. Let's do it again next time, and thank you so much for watching.
know you love milk, and now there is milk that loves you. With Gold Crown lactose-free milk, you can enjoy the richness of natural cow's milk without any of the digestion discomfort. Gold Crown lactose-free, milk that loves you.
Get an 8-acre prime residential plot with soil merchants in Kisamis along Magadi Road, a few minutes from the vibrant Kiserian town. Electricity and borehole water available at 148,000 Kenya shillings for cash buyers or 195,000 Kenya shillings for installment buyers. Pay 30% deposit and clear the balance in 6 months. SMS plot to 21595 for details. Welcome to our open day on 17th October 2020. Buy today, build tomorrow.
With the Stay Soft refill, saving money is as easy as snip, pour, mix with water and shake. Stay Soft refill. It's 2 liters of Stay Soft for up to 30% less.
There's no debate. Home is best. If you must pay for deliveries, use your NCBA debit card. Stay home. Stay safe.
Parenting is all about learning when to be tough and when to be gentle. Tough, gentle. But when it comes to fever, you need to be both. Panadol Baby and Infant starts to work on fever in 15 minutes and is gentle on the tummy. Tough call. Panadol Baby and Infant. Tough on fever, gentle on your child.
NTV, turning on your world. The following program has been rated PG. It may contain scenes unsuitable for children under the age of 10.
Hi there, welcome to Unscripted with me, Grace Msalame. Now today we brought the show to Korogosho. The reason we're here is to celebrate the life of a lady whose existence impacted the lives of many, many children. Unfortunately, she passed on recently after a long battle with breast cancer. But one of her sons is here and he's keeping her legacy alive in ways that not many would dare step up to such a mantle. So come with me and let's meet this amazing young man. Hi.
Hi, Grace.
Mambo, Anthony.
Poa sana, karibu sana.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
Tunashukuru.
Nafurahia mmekuja.
Thank you.
Karibuni sana.
Thank you. We can go in?
Yes, please.
Let's go.
This way.
Thank
These
you.
are home. Karibu sana. This lady is called Mama Akinyi.
Mama Akinyi. Mambo.
Ndio
Unatengeneza lunch ama ni dinner?
Department ya kitchen sasa.
So this has been home for how long?
For the last 27 years.
Wow.
Yes. Mom was a very kind lady. I remember I met her when I was almost 13 years old.
Really?
Yes.
Where did you meet? How did you end up meeting Mom?
I ended up meeting her because she was my mom's best friend, my biological mom. They used to work together at Insurance Plaza. They were hairdressers. Yes.
Really?
Yes, they were. So it happened that when Mama Elizabeth lost her elder sister, who had 6 daughters, my mom jokingly told her, hey, kitu can happen here. I would love my kids to be taken by someone
like you,
who is kind like you. 1 year later,
what happened?
She was gone. My mom, okay, I've never talked about it. So my mom got sick. You know, those early years, and I lost her to. I've never talked about it, but I lost her to HIV, and it really hit me hard. I was 12 years old, and I was about to turn 13 years.
I see.
So since mom, my biological mom and Mama Elizabeth were friends, so it happened that she lost one of her sisters.
I see.
And now my mom was like, hey, should something happen to me, I would love my kids to be taken by someone who cares as you. And, you know, 1 year later,
it happened.
She was gone.
So did she know?
I don't know. Maybe she saw it coming.
Yeah.
My brothers could not understand, but I had gone to see her in the hospital and she was like, hey, you should take care of your brothers.
You're the firstborn?
Yes, I'm the firstborn.
Okay.
And 2 days later, I started seeing, strangers streaming into our home. Now, it clicked.
And Mama's gone.
Something must have happened. So later I learned that she was normal. And that's when now things changed. Okay. Having a mom who was caring and all that. And now things have really changed all of a sudden.
What happened after Mom passed?
And after Mom passed, we found ourselves stranded. It was right after Matanga and after Barrio. No one really wanted us.
So there were uncles, aunties, there was no one?
Yes. All they cared about was, what we had, small stuff. So that's sad. All they cared about. And you see, after Mom's burial, we guys were stranded. Because people took even our own clothes. And we were stranded.
They took clothes from children?
Walibeba nguo zetu za kuvaa kama watoto. Tukawachwa just like that. Watu walishughulika na what we had. Kidogo. So it happened that Mama Elizabeth was there, and she decided that, hey, you guys, no one really wants you.
Come.
And your mom was my best friend. So she took us in. And now it happened that, the mzee, when she brought us to her home, initially, married. Yes, she was married.
They had their own children?
Yes, and she has her 3 biological kids, yeah? Now when she took us in, remember, she had her own 3, and now she had her sisters 6, and now we are 4. So now we are 13. Now the hubby could not take it. He was like, hey, you have to choose the children or you have to choose the marriage. Now this place where we are today,
where are we?
This used to be, her dad's place.
Really?
The dad was known as the founder of Korogosho. He was the one who was known as Mzee Korogosho. Hao wengine ni kubandika.
Yeye alikuwa mwenyewe.
Yeye alikuwa mwenyewe. So Mzee Korogosho, the structure hapa, now this used to be his place. So when Mom was told, you have to go back to your dad's place, so we had to come.
Ninyi wote, you all
Sisi
came with
wote.
her? 13 of you?
Yes.
Wow.
So hapo akapeleka wengine SOS, the daughters. Kama mimi akanitafutia children's home inaitwa St. Charles Luanga, iko Ruai, I and my brother. Later my brother, because my third born brother, he was a bit young, so the one who follows me, the one who is after me, second born, ikabidi, he had to be moved from the children's home I was to Mahiga children's home so that he could take care of the other one.
I see.
Now my baby brother, who was 2 years old by that time, he was adopted.
Oh, he was?
Yes, by a popular family.
Oh.
Yes.
So he's with them to date? They raised
Things
him?
didn't turn out,
Okay.
teeny, and things didn't go right.
But being in this home, being raised by this amazing woman, how was that experience like for you?
This lady here,
yeah,
she was the kindest person I've ever met.
Really?
Because you see, despite the fact that we were many, you could never tell who is biological and who is not.
Oh yeah?
Because she treated us the
all
same.
The same.
If she was buying Christmas clothes,
Ninyi wote?
The same. Yani, no favors. No favors at all. And most people were shocked actually to learn that I'm not, biological.
Really?
Yes, because most people know me as one of her sons.
I see.
And I felt that since she was so kind and she extended the kindness to me and my brothers, and when no one really wanted us, I decided that I have to push her dreams. Yes, because she really wanted to build a better structure for the kids. Because you see, when it started here, at the hall, it started way back in 2012. Yeah.
Okay.
It started just like a normal daycare.
Like a daycare.
Yes. And people pay 30 bob up to today.
Really?
Yes, 30 bob. And Mom was a generous type.
Okay. So she would ensure they're fed, they're
yes,
taken care
they
of.
are fed, and people wouldn't end up paying. Now, before we knew it, we had so many of them. Because people here...
So from 13 to how many? It grew to a number of how many children?
Currently, we have 45 children depending on this place.
45
directly
here?
Or indirectly.
And
Yes.
sleeping in this home, Wangapi?
Yes, the ones who sleep in this place, they are 28. Yes.
In this space.
In this space. Every free space you see here is utilized to, okay, when night falls, it becomes a bedroom. Because, you know, we have to put mattresses on the ground so that the kids can sleep.
Your mom was one of a kind. That's...
And you know, there was a time you could try telling her, Mommy, hey, watoto wametosha. Then she was like, hey, wachaneni na mimi na watoto. Yani, she had that big heart ya watoto ya kusaidia. And you see, looking at this place, she had nothing much to give but love and kindness.
What happened to mom?
Mom was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2016. But looking at all of us, no one was stable. Because no one was employed. We were all struggling. So she decided to keep quiet.
Oh, she didn't tell any of you?
She didn't tell any of us.
Oh.
And
Could you tell mom was struggling, that she was...
No, at that time she was okay. Because, you know, she felt a lump on her breast. And, you know, I guess she was suspicious. Maybe she went for a test secretly. But when she discovered what she had, she never wanted to, you know, to tell us. So 2016, 2017, 2018 last year, she became sickly, she lost weight, you know, she was moving one-sided. So now...
Were you able to afford any treatment at any point?
At that time, it was a struggle, quite a struggle. And that's when now, you know, someone calls me and tells me, hey, unajua mama yako kuna cancer. Now, when I came to ask her, she called all of us. Now,
told you
she broke
officially.
the news. And I'm telling you, Grace, no one could eat for 2 days.
By the time she was telling you she was stage 4?
Yes. Wow. By that time, now it was stage 4. And you see, it really took us by surprise. We were all shocked. We've all known and heard about cancer. And it really shocked all of us.
Were you scared, knowing that?
I was really heartbroken. And it really hurt me, because I knew, since it was at stage 4, I knew chances or, you know, I was ready to give, you know, I was ready to do anything in my power to see her survive. But then again, resources were scarce.
I'm sorry.
And unfortunately, my son, one of my sons, Nathan,
He's
celebrates.
now a father of 3 children.
I have 3 sons.
Well done.
Yes. I have Humphrey, Nathan, and Jadon. And Nathan celebrates his birthday on 8th of February. So it's been a tradition. We skip 8th and we do it on Valentine's Day.
Why? Is that her birthday?
So that we can share with the other kids. Yes.
God
so
bless
being a day that people share love, so we always postpone it to 14th. Unfortunately, this year we couldn't do it because mom became sickly. I remember she came to see my son, Jadon, when he was born, in September. She came to see him in hospital and she was working in side moja. And before I could take her to Hosi Kuna, my son, I had to buy her medication za pain first. So before we could, before I could allow her to come and see him. So later, 13th February, she was hospitalized for the first time at Kenyatta.
That was the very first time?
Yes.
Okay.
And you see, after that, she stayed there for almost 4 months.
Wow. How are you footing the bills?
We were paying cash first. Now, because, at that time we didn't have an NHF card for mom.
Okay.
So by the time now we are paying, before it became active, we had to use cash. Now you're told she has to eat special diet and all that and all that.
Hard.
It was really, really, really hard. Within that period, I lost so many friends. That's when I realized who is real and who is not.
Yeah.
Because when you post a nice photo of yourself,
I know.
Comments,
Marafiki
likes,
ni wengi. When things are thick.
But when things are thick,
I know.
People will not even like your status, so that you don't know that you don't find out that they saw you, and they couldn't do anything about it.
As we finish up this part, when you got the news, that she's passed? I don't know, were you by her side or were you called that she's gone away? How was that moment like
Before
for
she
you?
passed, at first she stayed there for 3-4 months. The first time she came home after chemo, and we were taking her for chemo. She was, she even improved. She even added weight. She could walk around.
In fact, we were meant to come around October during Breast Cancer Month.
Now
and we spoke to her and she seemed well.
Yes, and she was actually very happy.
Yeah.
And she had told me, hey, guess what, my son? She loved calling me my son.
You are
NTV
son.
called, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, really?
But unfortunately, after that, we had to take her back to hospital because she was suffering. The lungs were failing. Yes. So when we took her back to hospital, I remember at one point, I had the guts to ask one of the doctors, Doctor, I know you've seen many cases, and I want you to be honest with me.
Okay.
What are the chances of mom surviving?
What did you tell you?
She was taken by surprise, because I really wanted to know.
Yeah.
Because every time we talked with mom, she could tell me this and that, yeah? So she told me, yes, she told me, okay, she has chances, she has a chance, but they're slim.
Okay.
Why? The lungs are failing.
It had spread.
Yes. And I remember even in her deathbed, the last week, before now, she came to pass.
Yeah.
Before she lost her speech, because it came a point where she lost her speech and she couldn't talk, all she could do was stare at you, like her memory was normal. But before she lost the memory, she actually told me, Monga, she used to call me Monga. Monga, hawa watoto, hii ndio tulikuwa tumeanza na wewe ya kutaka kujengea better structure. I know the kids, as long as wako na wewe, niko sawa. And she would talk of, I want to go home.
She was ready.
Yes, those were the last words she told me when I talked to her last. And after that, all we could, every time we went back to hospital, she was on oxygen. She could not talk. You hold her hand and she would actually, she would respond by pressing it. And I remember the last day before we got the call, I remember it was on a Thursday, and we went to see her, and
what happened?
She was not responding.
To even the...
Yes. All she did was look at us. She closed her eyes. And I remember at one point, alishtuka tu, akafungua macho mara moja, then akazifunga tena. And I remember her looking at me, and I was petrified that she was gone. Now kesho yake, when I'm preparing kwenda Kenyatta, the biological daughter gets a call from Kenyatta, and when she called me, I broke down.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I was praying to God, asking him, if only he could allow us to spend Christmas with her. She was always saying, Mungu asinichukue kabla sijaona the project go through, because she had that love. Most of these watu wako around this place, it's either parents are drunkards, such that they cannot take care of the kids.
Children, yeah.
So mom never used to like that. Akiona hivyo anachukua mtoto, anaenda kwa chief, inakuwa mtoto akuyaka hapa nyumbani, apewe at least hiyo care. Hata kama she didn't have much, at least mtoto akule na akue akona mahali analala. So I really had a bad time explaining to some of the kids.
How are they coping since her passing?
Most of them were like, hey, shosho alikufa. And but it has never hit them. Wengine jaiwa hit, being kids.
Yeah.
And up to date, my son actually asked me,
why shosho?
Uende hospitali kuna shosho. And then now it came ile point, anaona shosho anateremshwa kwa mchanga. Even to date, he keeps asking me those questions. Kwa nini shosho alifunikwa na mchanga?
Of course.
I have to explain to him that I'm in the heaven, and he's like, why can't we go to heaven to see her?
As we finish up this part, what can you tell someone at home ule ako situation kama yako? Mama ameenda, baba yuko, na the just lack of hope. Unaweza mwambia nini?
Unaweza sema, you shouldn't lose hope. As long as you remain focused, and put God first, you'll always go far. Losing hope, hiyo ndio inatuma at least watu wanaingia kwa drugs, wanaingia kwa crime, and I opted not to go that direction kwa sababu niko nikijua wengi nitakuja kupatia wengi hope. So hata kama yeye umego through the same thing like kama mimi, lazima tukwe too strong and you should never lose hope.
Amen.
Yes.
Let's take a short break. We'll be right back with more from Anthony.
Maisha Mabati Tips, made out of aluminium and zinc to last longer than any other mabati. Affordable and value for money. Most preferred and favorite mabati. Used in both housing and projects. KEBS certified.
The new Maisha Aluzinc Mabati from Maisha Mabati Limited. For the first time in Kenya, a roofing product that combines aesthetics with proven resilience. Its unique combination of aluminium and zinc gives it a 5 times longer lifespan than normal mabati.
From far with you. I even gifted you a magnificent house. Rosa, it's the thought that counts. Please help me.
When it comes to fever, you need to be both. Panadol Baby and Infant starts to work on fever in 15 minutes and is gentle on the tummy. Panadol Baby and Infant, tough on fever, gentle on your child.
Umewahi jichanganya ukanunua choko yako ikuwe alamu, alafu bwana yako akakuja jioni akakula hiyo alamu akaitengeneza kitoweo. Kuna karembo hapa kananiangalia kameshanga, kamecheka mpaka lipstick huko imeisha. Anacheka na mdomo ya juu ati.
Our shelves are fully stocked and prices greatly discounted for you to make that quick and easy return to school. With thousands of back-to-school items, price cuts on your Chuo favorites, and points to score on your Naivas card. Back to school that's safe on your pocket. Naivas saves you money.
In Kenya, 1 in 2 children suffer from cavities. Brushing with Pepsodent removes bacteria and repairs tiny holes before they become cavities. Because every smile matters.
Helen Paul.
Hello, madam. Would you like to join us on this mission?
Yes, but how?
Just one question for you. How do you keep your toilet clean?
I use regular detergent and bleach for washing and removing yellow stains. I've been using it for years.
Oh, madam, the regular detergents and bleach are used for washing clothes. To disinfect your toilet properly, you need Harpic 10X. It is specially made for germs and stains removal. Harpic's thick formula settles on stains and gives 10 times better cleaning compared to regular detergents and bleach.
Wow, now I'm convinced, Helen Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that she's part of the mission, the next house is yours.
The pandemic has left more destruction than even the virus itself. Our business is still there thanks to things like EasyPay and EasyBiz. We're moving paperless, we're moving cashless with Equity.
Come over. Wacha nikupikie kishaf Ramzi. Yes.
Rena vegetable oil stays liquid to the last drop, so it's smooth cooking from start to finish. Now with an easy to pour cap, mapishi poa, madishi poa.
Every time Gran arrives, she always has a small reward for her.
I made this for you today.
Ah, thank you, my baby. It's so beautiful.
Wow!
She's happy, and I trust it because it's made with milk and other carefully controlled ingredients without any colorings or preservatives. Care has been taken to make it. I love to see her happy because it meets her taste and fantasy. Kinder Joy. My trust, their joy.
We deserve more girls. Nolly cash. Nolly cash. No, no, nolly cash. We need a big change in our lives. Do you think this is it, girls? No. No, no, no. No, no, no irritation. No, no, no. No, no, no irritation. We need a
For the women who deserve more, Moped is now in Kenya and more than 40 countries with its nylon-free surface. New Moped has unique softness and up to 100% protection. Your skin will love it.
Get an 8-acre prime residential plot with soil merchants in Kisamis along Magadi Road at 148,000 Kenya shillings for cash buyers or 195,000 Kenya shillings for installment buyers.
Come to our open day on 17th October.
Welcome back to Unscripted. We are here at Korogosho at this lovely woman's home. I can feel her presence, her warmth, and meeting someone like you, knowing that she raised you. Such a fine young man.
Thank you.
Like I said in the intro, not many would think about others. When you yourself, you're trying to make a living, take care of your own family, but you've decided to keep your mom's legacy alive, and now you'll continue taking care of these children. What convicted you to do this?
I knew she had that love, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be who I am today.
That's true.
She extended the kindness and she entrusted me with the kids. And you know, now, looking at things from a different perspective, I see the purpose. Because God knew that this day would come.
Yes.
That,
and they would need you.
Yes. That I would be the one in charge of the kids. Now I have to give them hope every day. I have to ensure that they get, you know, they continue going to school and all that. And
how are you doing this? Because
Mom,
you are mom's support, so who's supporting you? How are you doing this?
Myself? I own a kinyozi and a nail bar.
Okay.
I was actually in trouble with the owner because of arrears. And, you know, I was struggling to pay my rent because everything I got, I would channel it home to feed the kids. Because mom has always been doing it without support.
Kabisa, peke yake tu.
Peke yake. So ni sisi kama watoto tuko tuna contribute every, you know, like unaweza pewa duty ya kununua mchele. Kama mimi yangu ilikuwa ya kununua mchele kila wiki na unga.
Okay.
So
kila mtu na duty yake.
Kila mtu na duty yake. So that's how watoto walikuwa nakula.
So how are you doing it now?
Nilitangaza online. Someone had paid for my driving course at AA.
Wow.
At Buruburu. And I used to walk all the way from Umoja to AA, but niko nabeba chakula.
Okay.
So it happen, watu wako curious, and you know, people are cheeky. So they're like, hey, we sheriff, unabeba chakula kama mtoto, ni ya nini? Now that's when, you know,
they understood, that's why he's taking food.
Yes. Kwa sababu, I would ask the teacher, nipatie time kidogo, tukimaliza tu, kama ni practicals, ni kuwa kwanza. So it happen kuwa, watu, my classmates, wana joke. So that's when I told them, hey, don't joke, hata nakuaga, napelekea mama chakula. Kwa sababu alikuwa kiniambia, nikienda tukumuona na niambia, my son, kesho nataka kula kitu fulani. So, juu ya fare, niko natembea kutoka Umoja hadi Buruburu. Then, nabeba hiyo chakula, badala ya kurudi hadi home.
Halafu lete huko.
Ndio niende nayo Kenyatta. Ndio niende nayo Kenyatta. So, unapata saa nyingine niko na 100 bobe. Nikiingia gari kutoka Buruburu hadi House ni 50. Then hapo natembea kwenda na kurudi. Hadi then nigoje matatu ifike 50 ndio nifike Umoja. So it happened, watu hapo wakaanza, so ndio tukakuja na the group. Now the group was like, haya, kumbe your mom is sick and all that. So they came, they took photos. Now we started sharing. So now that's how it all started. And yes, so that's how the story spread about.
When you come into this home, because I'm guessing her things are still here.
Yes.
Her pictures.
Yeah.
How is that for you?
It's difficult, and we were actually planning to give out her clothes, but we can't give them up around kwa sababu we don't want that reminder that uone mtu amevaa hiyo nguo. So tutakutafuta mahali kwa wa elderly people that hapo ndo tutapeana.
Mwasaidie.
Yes. Unajua picha tutaziacha tu kwa sababu hata tukisema ni kutoa hizi picha, ile picha kubwa iko kwa roho. Kama mimi najua kama mimi hata hajatoka hapa. And I've actually been, you know, nimekuwa nikisnob wale watu wananiambia ati let her go kwa sababu it's so fresh, you know,
it's very recent.
and it takes time to let go such a wonderful and kind person.
In fact, what will you remember her for most?
I remember
Ungependa
her for
kufundisha watoto wako wafundisha
her kindness and selflessness. Kwa sababu mami hakuwa selfish.
Clearly.
And you know, all she could ever think of, even in her deathbed, ni watoto. Unaenda kumuona anakuuliza, sasa umekuja kuniona watoto wako aje? Watoto wanakula. She was actually alikuwa nakumbuka hadi Saturday ni siku ya chapati. So she's like, watoto walipikiwa chapati. Ako kwa kitanda, imagine. Nakuuliza watoto wamepikiwa chapati. Nani amepika? Wameshiba. Yani she was always worried about the kids. Okay. And you know, some of these kids yani imewahit kwa sababu saa zingine unaweza ona hivi unaangalia unaona wanakumbuka shosho, you know.
I know.
That's why unaona kama sasa hivi wengine wanavaa hizo t-shirts. They don't want to let go.
How did you become this man? I want you to talk to young men at home who, like you say, would lose themselves either to drugs or crime. What can you tell that young man?
It's a matter of choice. You make decisions that, you know, you would want your kids to emulate. And you see, kama hapa samtaani unapata mimi role model ya wengi.
I can see.
Kwa sababu parents call me and ask me talk to my son, talk to my daughter. Okay. And the good thing I like, the good thing about it is that they listen to me. Good. And unaona watu na take.
You're a born leader.
Yes, thankfully ni Mungu, ni grace ya Mungu.
Amen.
So unapata muongelesha wengi.
Okay.
At least
nini kupatia hiyo nguvu na hiyo uwezo?
Mufikiria hivi naona grace, to be honest. Watu yetu blood yetu wakututaka. And mtu alimake a difference kwa life yangu. Ni mtu we are not even related.
Imagine.
So hata mimi nafika mahali naona whatever she started, mimi ndio nitaendeleza. Naona kwa sababu I guess she had seen it in me. Because ndani nimeumbwa, sijaumbwa nikiwa perfect. But yes, none of us is perfect. I have my flaws, but again, deep down, I'm that soft. You know, sipendi kuona mwingine akisafa. Yes. So I guess ni hivyo tu niko tu.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I think on the third part you're going to take us somewhere.
Yes.
You're going to take us around. Yes.
Yes.
And so let's take a short break. When we come back, let's go for a tour with Anthony. Stay tuned.
For the women who deserve more, Moped is now in Kenya and more than 40 countries. With its nylon-free surface, new Moped has unique softness and up to 100% protection. Your skin will love it.
Asante sana. Sasa, ni nini kingine ambacho unaweza kumfanyia msichana wetu?
Kila kitu. Hata kufua nguo na Ariel mpya. Unaniamini sasa?
Ariel huondoa madoa sugu kwa mwosho mmoja. Ijaribu leo uamini.
Celebrate Mashujaa Day with Royal Mabati. We have glossy profiles at Kenya shillings 370, tiles profiles from Kenya shillings 550 countrywide, and Royal Aluzinc startup pricing at 290 for hardwares. Call us today to make your order. Free delivery countrywide with Lipa Pole Pole payment option available.
Like every mother, I'm worried about dangerous insects, especially mosquitoes, which spread diseases like malaria to my loved ones. This year, I'm not afraid. I'm using Mortein Doom. Mortein Doom All Insect Killer provides protection in seconds. Not even a single mosquito is spared, because even one mosquito bite can cause malaria. Mortein Doom provides protection in seconds.
Maji mdosi wangu ametupa simu yangu ndani ya maji.
Mdosi wako kwa sawa. Venye Nkirota ameniambia ajui na akimpigia simu ashiki. Hey! Guy! What
For the women who deserve more, Moped is now in Kenya and more than 40 countries. With its nylon-free surface, new Moped has unique softness and up to 100% protection. Your skin will love it.
The procedure of reporting assets to Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority is simplified in the following easy steps. Step 1. Write an email to holders@ufaa.go.ke to request your profile to be created. Step 2. A link will be sent to the email provided for activation of the account. Step 3. Click on the link to activate the profile, then change the password immediately. Step 4. For subsequent access, use the link provided here. In case of forgotten password, use Forgot Password link to create a new one. Step 5. After login, click on Assets to submit records. If client has subsidiary, you can create more users under Manage Users. Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority. Receive, safeguard, reunite.
Do more to protect yourself and family from viruses that remain on the clothes. Separate laundry that has been exposed and do not shake to minimize the possibility of dispersing the virus through the air. Soaking your laundry in water and hand washing powder does more to kill germs than just a normal wash. After washing, dry your clothes in direct sunlight.
They say we do the expected. We say we're more than you expect. Sunlight, more than you expect.
Introducing Centric Courts Apartments. Cash offer at 10.5 million. Rent at 55,000 shillings, or a block of 16 units for 160 million. The first 3 cash buyers will win a car or a furnished apartment.
We deal with hospitality, restaurants and catering supplies. After COVID was announced in March, so of course we didn't want to handle cash. We got pay with equity, and also so many of us were working from home. So that meant we got Easy Biz. That made a big impact. You can transact, you can transfer money to your account. We used to receive our statements monthly on email. Now we get them anytime we want. So for the pandemic, that has been awesome. After COVID-19 pandemic, we got Easy Pay. You can receive money from different platforms. We have a SIM card and a phone. Someone pays and we get a message immediately. Unlike the past where we had to go to the bank, the pandemic has left more distraction than even the virus itself. Our business is still there thanks to things like Easy Pay and Easy Biz. If that wasn't possible, things would have really gone south. Post-COVID, we also need to hit the ground running. We're moving paperless, we're moving cashless with equity.
This is NTV.
Tonight,
this is going to be gold for Kenya in Gdynia.
Gold for Perez Jepchirchir. Gold for Kenya.
Jacob Kiglimo becomes world half marathon champion.
As Kenya comes in second to Uganda in the men's world half marathon. And
this building here has got its fair share of criminals.
Removing him from Mafia House, a win for Mutahi Kagwe as President Kenyatta kicks alleged cartel enablers off board. Also tonight,
hatuna chakula, changamoto kubwa ni hatuna pesa. Serikali imechelewesha kuleta pesa.
The deplorable situation in a school for the deaf in Busia. If government won't hear it, Kenya will see it. Plus, the president, parliament, and politics.
My preferred candidate may have lost, but I am willing to wait for another 5 years to give my preferred candidate another chance.
We will go out of our way to push your agenda to fast track.
The BBI ground is being readied, but also being fought.
Munasema tuanzie juu mahali viongozi wako ama tuanzie hapa chini mwananchi yuko.
Celebrate Mashujaa Day with Royal Mabati. We have glossy profiles at Kenya shillings 370, tiles profiles from Kenya shillings 550 countrywide, and Royal Aluzinc startup pricing at 290 for hardwares. We also have light gauge steel and stone coated, which is fireproof, resistance to harsh weather and conditions like rain and termites. Cheaper compared to timber and durable to serve generations to generations. Call us today to make your order. Free delivery countrywide with Lipa Pole Pole payment option available.
Kira! Kira? Where are you? Malaria!
That's why you need the superior protection of Mortein 360-degree reach. Only this has 11 fans which enable it to reach the farthest corners. Mortein, total indoor protection.
Coconut milk and honey, enriched with coconut milk for soft and moisturized skin.
Be strong and last long.
Maji mdosi wangu ametupa simu yangu ndani ya maji.
Mdosi wako kwa sawa. Venye Nkirota ameniambia ajui na akimpigia simu ashiki. Hi, guy, what the?
For the women who deserve more, Moped is now in Kenya and more than 40 countries. With its nylon-free surface, new Moped has unique softness and up to 100% protection. Your skin will love it.
That is what this could be. Hii yote ni 5 acres. We are going to build the greenhouse for you, sell the produce, na pia tutagawana faida. 75%, 25%.
You mean 75% for me?
Sign hapa kwanza. First year yield itakuwa ni 67%. Na kuna taxes.
You mean
sign hapa na hapa. Additionally, kuna 2% facilitation fee na warehouse charges. Sign hapa ya mwisho.
And this is a sure deal.
Completely transparent.
Okay.
If only all things in life were as honest as Airtel's amazing data. Get 500 MB free daily, 3.5 GB free weekly, and 15 GB free monthly with every bundle purchase. Not just for a few, but for every one of you. Switch to Airtel and save. The honest network.
Alupe University College, continuous online registration of first years for 2020-2021 ongoing. Online digital teaching is on. Final end year examinations for continuing students starts 12 October 2020.
Last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick.
Brilliant Kipchoge from Mohamed Salah.
been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. Bad. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Group and margarine. New look, same great taste.
Get an 8-acre prime residential plot with soil merchants in Kisamis along Magadi Road at 148,000 Kenya shillings for cash buyers or 195,000 Kenya shillings for installment buyers. Come to our open day on 17th October.
Welcome back to Unscripted. As we wrap up the show, Anthony, tell me about this home. Niambie.
Sasa hapa, Grace, this is our sitting room. If you come here jioni, traffic inaanzaga pale.
Kivipi?
Tutoto. Tumekaa viti zimekaliwa, lakini hadi huku chini ni watoto. Kwa sababu at the end of the day tunakujaga pande hiyo wote. So unapata
ni wangapi? Wanaishi hapa 28.
Wenye sawa nakaa hapa ni 28.
Alafu ni what age?
Kwa sababu ni 2 to 17. Yes. Then we have others. Sasa wale wanakuja wanakula meals, wanaenda juu ya structure kwa sababu hakuna mahali pa kuaccommodate.
Sasa wakienda wanalala wapi hao?
So unapata mtu ako kwa shosho yake.
Okay.
But sasa mama alikuwa akitaka wakue mahali pamoja. That's why tukipata better structure mtawarudisha wapi? Wote wakue mahali pamoja.
Is your dream to build that home for her?
Yes, because she told me I should never give up with the project. So
tell me,
mbeleni this used to be our kitchen. Sasa siku hizi tupikia hapo sana.
Okay.
Tunapikia at least nje. Juu tunaona kama sasa kuna joto. Yes. Kama sasa umeangalia umeona leo kuna pigo mabati, ni kwa sababu mabati zilikuwa hapa zilikuwa mbovu sana.
I see.
Na sasa tukuja nikuonyeshe.
So
sasa hii space,
some of the challenges.
Grace, ukikuja usiku hapa, hii ni bedroom.
Siwezi pita hapa tu hivi.
Kuna ule analala hapa, kuna ule analala pale, kuna mattress inaanguka hapa, so girls.
I see.
Pande hii.
Okay.
Space yote. This was mom's bedroom. Okay. So ukikuja hapa, sikuwa ni hivi, vitu ni mingi hapa. Kuna huku ndani. Ukichungulia pale unaona hizi ni store. Sasa hii ni store for now today.
So this is the food itabaki paka 28.
Yeah. Hii ni chakula yenyewe nimepewa na watu. So mbeleni ilikuwa hii ni store, lakini sasa nataka itengenezwe shelves. Shelves so that food isiharibike ndio iekelewe. Kuna group kadhaa zimeshikana ndio hata zinipatia pesa ya kuunda. Yes. Hao wamenishikilia sana hizo charity groups. So huku wakati hakuna unga pia mattress zinaanguka hii style.
Mtafuta mahali ya kulala.
So boys wanalala huku.
I see.
Unaona? So tukikuja pande nyingine, these are humble home and hii ndio mabati nimesema itolewe.
Hii hapa nyuma?
Yes. So tukikuja mahali kama hapa.
Hapa kuna nini?
Hapa pia ni structure nyingine ya kulalwa. Ukiangalia sasa this mama Akinyi and her kids.
I see. The one who was cooking, right?
Yes. Okay. So ikifika usiku, mattresses zinaanguka chini. Unaona?
Wanalala hapa pia.
Wanalala hapa. Okay. Kwa sababu sasa hakuna mahali pengine pa kulala. Lakini looking at this structure, unaona venye iko.
It's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. Hii inaanguka sasa. Ndio maana sasa mama alikuwa determined kuijenga iko drums chini na juu.
Got it.
Unaona? Ndio at least tuweze kuaccommodate watoto wote sasa vizuri na wako safe zaidi. Juu kama sasa hivi kunanyesha ni challenging.
Yes, I can
challenging sana. Unaona kama hii inazidi tuku matope inazidi kutoka kwa sababu unaona vikingi ndio hizi ni kukulika. So hapa before hata tuipatie first aid, hapa ilikuwa mahali unakuja unakuwa uko ndani lakini uko nje.
Na bado hapa ni watu wanalala.
Na bado wanalala hapa ndani. So ina serve saa zingine kama kitchen stroke so mimi nikigrow hapa, this used to be my palace.
Uongo. Nani ako hapa sasa?
Sasa ni brother yangu. Karibu ndani.
Thank you.
This was my crib.
Hata kuna TV hapa.
Hii ilikuwa kingdom yangu sasa.
King,
All
right.
Na sasa fani na
doza hapo na watch TV.
Natulia pale na chill. So unapata kama sasa hii una utu viti aka na kale. hizi ni zile ni remind of my biological mom sasa.
Mbona?
Kwa sababu hadi hizi covers
Ni za
hizi
siku hizo?
za hiyo enzi zilikuwa za madhangu sasa.
Imagine.
So hizi ndio vitu pekee tulipata. Unaona?
So also that shows it's may God open ways you get support that you know.
Amen.
We can have new stuff here.
Amen. I was an angry kid. Nilikuwa very bitter na life kwa sababu nilikuwa nashindwa. Mamangu nakumbuka nilikwambia words zake za mwisho zenye niongeaga na yeye akiniambia take care of your brothers. And you know, sasa hiyo mimi niko kadogo. So nimepewa responsibilities zenye sielewi mimi mwenyewe ni mtoto. Alafu the fact that my mom sasa alikufa na hiyo HIV. And by that time sasa niko nikiangalia naona it was a shame, you know. And like kama the stigma was, you know, and I never used to talk about it until today. So unapata.
Thank you for sharing on our show. We appreciate the courage.
So how you know sasa nimegain courage. So unapata ikafika mahali nikaa niko mgonjwa sana, nikakuwa na anemia, ikasemekana mara niko na depression and I almost died kwa sababu nilikaa Kenyatta for 9 weeks. And of which hizo 9 weeks ungekuja 7 weeks ungekuja kuniona, singejua hata ni nani umekuja kuniona.
Nini nilikutoa kwa hiyo place? How did you overcome
Daktari. Daktari ni, you know, they saved my life and after that nilikuwa nikiota Mungu ananionyesha dream ya akinionyesha, you know, mambo ikiwa mzuri huko mbeleni. So kutoka hapo nikatoka hapo nikiwa positive. Kwa sababu hata venye nilipona madaktari kila mtu alikuwa na celebrate wanasema mimi ni miracle. Everyone mwenye kwa kileto kwa hiyo ward alikuwa nakufa. But somehow Mungu alinisave.
So from that day
nikaamua I look at life be different, be positive. So sitakaje ati mambo ati nishinde nikijisikia.
Utaki ma stress na sadness. I like
so
that. We're keeping this energy in 2020.
So these are you know our bathroom.
I see. Kila mtu sasa.
So hapa ndio ukitaka kwenda mahali unaekelea karai hapa, unaogea hapa. So hapa Grace ukiangalia CCTV.
This guy.
CCTV so unaoga ukiwa macho.
Nakwambia.
Usiku unaoga na mwingine.
Na kuna mwingine anakuwa napo.
Anafanya window shopping. So lazima tukukue.
Ukwe rada.
Lazima ukwe tu rada. So like 3 months ago we never used to have a good toilet kama hii. So hii tulitengeneza tulitengeneza before mom sasa akuja kulemewa. Hii
sasa ndio kujisaidia.
Sasa hii ni toilet. So na mbeleni ilikuwa iko hali mbaya such that ungekuja ukiwa uko pressed ungeopt kurudi mahali huko ulikuwa umetoka nayo kwa sababu ilikuwa it was that bad. But I tuna thank God.
Amen.
This was the last thing mama alifanya sasa alisimamia ikafanywa. Na tutakuwa
tunamkumbuka nayo. She's handed over to Anthony.
Yes.
To take this to greater heights.
Yes.
I'm praying and believing that, you know, there's someone at home, even us, whoever who can step in and just let's help realize your dream come to life.
Tutafurahi sana.
There's no better way for us to end the year, amaje.
Hakuna kitu mzuri naweza pewa kama kuona hawa watoto ndoto ya mom imetimia. Kuna wale watoto lazima bado nianze kutafuta watu wanaweza walipia shule next year.
Exactly.
So naanza kuchangamka mapema. I've always, you know, for the last like 8 months nimekuwa tu up and down. Sijaipata ile time naweza kaa chini nipumzike. Na kulingana na job yangu hiyo niko nikwambia ilikuwa ina struggle, so usiku I write article, I do article writing.
For where? For what do you
write?
For
guys, unajua hizi jobs za online.
Oh, nice.
Mtu anakupatia tu articles tu ili una write, unapata kitu extra. But kama sasa hivi mwenye mwa job. Why? People are afraid to miss deadlines. Kwa sababu nimeshinda hapa niko exhausted, so nikienda unashikwa na ile writer's block. You are not thinking.
But I still hope there's someone listening. He's a writer.
Yes,
so if you're looking for writers, Anthony Yuko.
Kabisa.
Let's go meet the kids.
This is where the kids spend their time.
And this way it all started in this
Yes, this is where it all started. And you see, when it started, ilianza tu just like a normal daycare.
Okay.
So watu walikuwa wanalipa 30 shillings. To date, ijai change. Na hadi saa hii ukiongeza ikwe 50, watawaleta.
Wow.
So
you've maintained it hivyo hivyo?
Yeah, we've maintained it that way. Na unfortunately, even wale walikuwa hey, after commit show.
Hata after kupass.
Unajua sasa shosho alikuwa ameshafika mahali ukikuja umwambie ukupata pesa ana shughuli. So wakazoea hivyo. So ikabaki tunaangalia tu watoto kwa sababu hiyo ndio furaha ya mama.
Now Anthony?
Yes.
Thank you so much for bringing us here, meeting the children. And as Team Unscripted, myself behind the camera, people outside, we couldn't come here na tuende hivyo hivyo empty-handed. It's that time of the year, and I keep saying this is something we should do all through the year. We need to give these children a good Christmas, a good end of the year, and hope for 2020. So I have Team Unscripted, ladies, who are followers of the show. Wameleta zawadi za watoto, tuko na nguo, tuko na chakula, just to bless your Christmas.
Asante sana.
Yes, and also we bought some mabati kwa Kiswahili to fix the situation. And please, when you do, tutumie picha tuone, tuamini imefanyika, and we keep praying, and may God enable you.
Thank you so much. Kwa sababu we are always grateful kupokea wageni kwa sababu I believe together that's the only time tunaweza fanya hii dream ya mama ikue reality, kwa sababu even after losing her to cancer, her dream shouldn't die with her and her legacy should go on. And you see, after getting a better structure, I'll actually try to register it, fully, nione how far I'll get. And I'm hoping that with you guys, nitasimama na mimi hadi the last minute. Kwa sababu na believe I can't do it alone, but with help ya mwingine tunaweza. Shukran sana na tunapenda wageni kabisa. Shukran sana.
Let's go to the kids now, and Merry Christmas at home.
Hi guys.
Happy New Year.
Sasa mna meet wageni wetu. Mtaambiaje? Mtaambiaje? Mbona sisikii sauti? Kama watu wanakula sembe. Hata kama ni kamchele, si ndio? Lazima.
Sorry? And welcome. Thank you. Nathan Salimia. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Sorry, Baba. Thank you. Come. Jo nipatie hug. Hujanisalimia? I'm sorry. Jo. Good girl.
Sensitivity pain fast with Sensodyne Rapid Action for clinically proven relief in 60 seconds.
It's looking really good.
Je, maumivu ya kichwa na kukosesha amani? Kaluma Strong hutuliza maumivu ya kichwa, maumivu ya mwili na hata huondoa joto jingi mwilini. Kaluma Strong ina aspirin kama kiungo. Maumivu yakizidi, muone daktari.
Get an 8-acre prime residential plot with soil merchants in Kisamis along Magadi Road, a few minutes from the vibrant Kiserian town. Electricity and borehole water available at 148,000 Kenya shillings for cash buyers or 195,000 Kenya shillings for installment buyers. Pay 30% deposit and clear the balance in 6 months. SMS plot to 21595 for details. Welcome to our open day on 17th October 2020. Buy today, build tomorrow.
The new Maisha Aluzinc Mabati from Maisha Mabati Limited. For the first time in Kenya, a roofing product that combines aesthetics with proven resilience. Its unique combination of aluminium and zinc gives it a 5 times longer lifespan than normal Mabati, thanks to the excellent state-of-the-art mill. It has 20 years lifespan, it's easy to install, it's flexible and durable, it stands up to severe weather conditions, has good abrasion and rust resistance, it's affordable and is approved by the Kenya Bureau of Standards and is available countrywide. It can be used for all applications. Always insist on Maisha Aluzinc Mabati, a product of Maisha Mabati Rolling Mills, Ruiru. Trade in the global financial markets with Kenya's leading online trading platform. Enjoy fast deposits and withdrawals as you trade in products such as currencies, indices, commodities and shares. Are you one of us? SMS FX Pesa to 40184 to get started. FX Pesa is a product of EGM Securities, which is licensed by the Capital Markets Authority. Trading in margined products carries high level of risk.
Jane, kwani what's wrong? Haven't you heard? Last night we had to rush my neighbor's child to hospital. Vomiting and diarrhea. Aye, sorry about that, eh? I hear there's a cholera outbreak. Has your family been vaccinated? Why? I don't think we're in danger. See, we are clean. Think about the contaminated food and water. Everyone is at risk. For example, if you eat out at school or at work, I'll enhance cleanliness and ensure that my family and I receive oral cholera vaccination. You know, I'll do the same. Prevention is very important. Why wait until someone is a victim before taking the steps? When did you say you were going so that you go together? Let's plan and go. Today evening. You know, even now is fine.
For further information, consult your health practitioner. The vaccine is oral and given to those 1 year and older.
This is NTV.
Good evening. It's been a winning type of day for Kenya in track and field. And if you're tuned into NTV Weekend Edition, then you've definitely had a winning type of day. Let's take a look at what we have lined up. Tonight,
this is going to be gold for Kenya in Gdynia.
Gold for Perez Jepchirchir. Gold for Kenya.
Jacob Kiglimo becomes world half marathon champion
as Kenya comes in second to Uganda in the men's world half marathon. And
this building here has got its fair share of criminals.
Removing him from Mafia House, a win for Mutahi Kagwe as President Kenyatta kicks alleged cartel enablers off board. Also tonight,
hatuna chakula, changamoto kubwa na hatuna pesa. Serikali imechelewesha kuleta pesa.
The deplorable situation in a school for the deaf in Busia. If government won't hear it, Kenya will see it. Plus, the president, parliament, and politics.
My preferred candidate may have lost, but I am willing to wait for another 5 years to give my preferred candidate another chance.
We will go out of our way to push your agenda to fast track.
The BBI ground is being readied, but also being fought.
Munasema tuanzie juu mahali viongozi wako ama tuanzie hapa chini mwananchi yuko.
This is Weekend Edition with Olive Burrows.
Our sign language interpreter tonight is David Agondoa. Now, it is most definitely a good day when you start with good news, and Kenya's Perez Jepchirchir made sure that the national anthem was played in Gdynia, Poland, winning the women's world half marathon and setting a new world record, bettering the previous record she set barely a month ago. This as the national cross-country champion, Kibiwot Kandie, scooped silver in the men's race.
and heads for goal. Is his going to be goal?
2 world records inside of 2 months.
Jepchirchir punches the air as she crosses the line.
Kenya's Peres Jepchirchir won the 2020 World Half Marathon in Poland, breaking the women-only world record of 1 hour, 5 minutes, 34 seconds she set in September in Prague to register 1 hour, 5 minutes, 16 seconds in Gdynia.
She regains the world title. She lifted in Cardiff in 2016.
The last kilometer was left just 3, with Jepchirchir outsprinting Germany's Melat Kejeta in second and Ethiopia's Yalemzef Yehualo in third. It was Jepchirchir's second career World Half Marathon title after she won on her debut in Cardiff in 2016, then took a break to have a baby in 2017 before making a winning comeback 3 years later.
Running at a canter with great finishing speed, Jacob Kiglimo.
Meanwhile, in the men's race, Kenya's cross-country champion Kibiwott Kandie took second place in 58 minutes 54 seconds after Ugandan youngster Jacob Kiplimo stand an elite field to win it in 5 seconds less.
59 from Tedesco.
Ugandan long-distance sensation Joshua Cheptegei managed 4th place.
Kiplimo.
And what might have been Joshua Cheptegei.
19-year-old Kiplimo broke a 6-year Kenyan dominance in the men's race, with the previous 3 editions having been won by Jeffrey Kamworor, who missed the 2020 edition recovering from injuries sustained from a freak accident.
Race unfold. Belly.
2 more good news, at least for the Health Cabinet Secretary, Mutahi Kagwe, whose bid to weed out corruption cartels at Afya House received a major boost after President Uhuru Kenyatta dissolved the entire board of the National Quality Control Laboratory. The NQCL and the Ministry of Health have been in a strained relationship since 2019, with attempts to transfer senior managers of the influential lab hitting a dead end by way of persistent court battles. NTV's Seth Olale explains further what the latest development means in the restructuring of the health sector.
Here has got its fair share of criminals. Like any other marketplace, there are few mad cases in here.
And Health Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe has been on a run to run the alleged cartels out of Mafia House. He hit roadblocks in the form of court orders, but now President Uhuru Kenyatta has come to the rescue and has disbanded the entire board of the National Quality Control Laboratory, NQCL. The ejected team comprises of William Watu, John Sitienei, Irene Kamanja, Georgina Muchai, Lilian Balusi, Helen Okioma, Paul Mutua, Simon Mwigai, and Edith Wakori. An 8-page legal internal memo written by Chief State Counsel James Mwenda to CS Kagwe dated 5th June 2020 faulted the NQCL and its board for using public money in pursuing personal and sectarian interests through blocking any attempts to regulate the health sector. In addition, the NQCL Director and CEO Ezekiel Chepkwony and his deputy Pius Wanjala are accused of violating various laws. Wanjala, who is the deputy CEO, is a full-time public officer at the Ministry of Health, also serves as an advocate with Masika and Koros Advocates and other surrogate firms. He is accused of conflict of interest and abuse of office by engaging in private practice during working hours. Wanjala is also on record acting as an advocate representing the National Quality Control Laboratory in court, using public money to institute various proceedings in different courts against the government. Chepkwony, on his part, is accused of violating the law by having an independent contract as the CEO of the National Quality Control Laboratory, while at the same time being an employee of the Ministry of Health, hence allegedly illegitimately drawing 2 salaries. Both men were posted to other stations on various occasions by both CS Kagwe and his predecessor Cecily Kariuki, but declined to move and instituted proceedings against the Ministry of Health in various courts, resisting their posting. A recent Court of Appeal ruling allowed CS Kagwe to proceed and deploy the 2 top managers, in whose favor the court ruled, blocking multiple attempts to have them transferred.
The officers that we transferred were not necessarily criminals. That is normal. It is normal to transfer around.
Apart from cleaning up the National Quality Control Laboratory, CS Kagwe is also aiming to streamline other departments under his ministry in a bid to weed out cartels from Afya House. Seth Olale, NTV, Nairobi.
Related to that, the Director of Public Prosecutions, Nuruddin Haji, has denied claims that there is a lack of sufficient evidence to arrest and prosecute suspects implicated in the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority procurement scandal. Haji instead says that it's normal for the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions to return files to investigating agencies for more scrutiny in order to build watertight cases against suspects. The DPP is now asking the public to be patient as the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission finalizes its findings and recommendations that will pave the way for the ultimate arrest and prosecution of those implicated in the KEMSA scam. The DPP spoke in Ijara constituency, Garissa County, accompanied by the Principal Secretary for Water and Sanitation, Joseph Irungu.
There is no weak link. This is normal, investigation and prosecution processes. And before you can go to court, you must have enough evidence to prosecute. We are not saying that there is no evidence. We are saying that the threshold has not been reached. So we've asked EACC, and they are working very hard to ensure that the evidence is brought.
To matters education now, and it's been about 2 weeks since schools reopened, and as learners settle into the new normal, Mundika Special School in Busia County is barely operational, and that is due to poor facilitation by the same government that ordered the resumption of learning. The only saving grace for the school is that most of its pupils are yet to report, because if they did, there would be no food for them to eat. As Charity Mwangi reports, the Ministry of Education maintains that all schools have received the necessary financial support, but qua ground, as a Kenyan proverb goes, vitu ni different.
Mundika Special School in Busia County opened its gates to receive pupils when the government issued the directive. The Ministry of Education, under the leadership of Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha, gave school heads and other education stakeholders just a week to get back to learning. The call might not have reached a section of the learners at this school and their parents, as most of them are yet to return. The eerie silence and emptiness lets us in on the poor attendance by the two streams expected to have reported back. And so, for this pupil, she gets to have one-on-one tutoring.
Tumeshindwa tutaanzaje kama uko na wanafunzi 9 na mmoja ndio amefika. Sasa hawezi anza. Sasa tunawasubiri twende tukawatafute kwa village huko ndio waje.
But pupils' no-show is not the only concern for Mundika. Being a boarding school, food may be viewed as a necessity. But the school stores are empty. This single bag of grain has been bought following a mini fundraiser among the teachers. This withering bunch of vegetables will feed them for today. Tomorrow will worry for itself.
Hatuna chakula, changamoto kubwa ni hatuna pesa. Serikali imechelewesha kuleta pesa na wazazi wetu wako very poor, hawawezi lipa school fees.
As Mundika struggles, the Ministry of Education is on record saying that all schools had been properly facilitated.
I am also aware that we preserved the foods that were stored in various school stores. So that food is still there.
Tumepeana 137 shillings per child. It is totaling to 12,000. So I think that's the only support. Na maybe kama kulikuwa na pesa ingine kidogo ndio imesaidia, ndio wakanunua vitu ambavyo wamenunua, sanitizer, nini wamenunua, sasa ndio tunataka tuanzie hapo.
Kwa serikali yetu, ijapo imechelewa, but nawasihi kwamba wawe wakitupatia hizi hela kwa muda unaofaa.
The Ministry of Education has insisted that the schools will remain open even as the Ministry of Health continues to raise concern about the rising cases of COVID-19. Charity Mwangi, NTV.
This next one is sure to make you clutch your heart and go, "Ah!" A man and his wife in Burrows South, Embu County, have not let their visual impairment hold them back from fending for their children. The couple has been married for 40 years and are blessed with 4 children. Rose Wangwe has the story of Benjamin Nyaga and Lois Wanja, which points to the phrase that marriage works.
Love is blind, they say, and in some instances so much so that it sees beyond actual blindness. Benjamin Nyaga and his wife, 66-year-old Lois Wanja, were both born blind, and so they have never seen each other. However, in 1980, in Kariaguri village in Burrows South, Embu County, they started their life together. 40 years into marriage and 4 children later, in a story of their life together, they both put on brave faces that primarily invoke admiration as opposed to pity.
I educated my 4 children. Some completed high school, while others didn't.
Although their married life has been full of the usual ups and downs, they strive to keep the ups more tangible with fond memories and simple living. However, one of the valleys they are in is that of poverty. They say they toil to eke out a living. But Benjamin remains determined to play his role as the man of the home and breadwinner.
I started selling tobacco in 1967.
Over the past few months, the county government of Embu has allocated plots to traders doing small-scale business at the new site trading center, but Benjamin was left out.
I don't understand why I was left out, because I even assisted in clearing the bushes to facilitate movement and allocation of plots by surveyors.
Wale watu wanahusika na haya mambo wamuangalie, angalau apatiwe kiwanja.
For Lois, tending to her goats comes naturally because what she lacks in physical vision, she has more than made up for with her voice. In the evening, to bring in her flock to heel, she puts maize in a container to entice the goats. Lois says she has never benefited from the government cash transfers programs meant for the elderly and people living with disabilities.
Once enrolled in the program, the cash will help me buy food and employ somebody to assist me.
The couple are determined to show the world that their disability is not a handicap to them and that they may be blind, but their love is anything but that. It is visionary. Rozongoi, NTV.
Oh, I told you you'd say it. One could argue that there is nothing as precious as peace of mind, and therefore as we take this break, let's take a look at the tea fields of Olenguruone in Nakuru County.
Get fresh, gotta get fresh. Down is no boom boom pow, down is boom boom pow. Smells fire na uchafuzi na zibi na improve down is. Protect nguo zangu na nukia niko safi. Lazima niwe fresh na down is boom boom pow. Boom boom pow, down is no boom boom pow. Smells zote na zi boom boom pow. Powerful freshness, down is boom boom pow. Nani 15 bob too?
Last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick.
Brilliant Kipchoge from Mohamed Salah.
Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. Bad. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Oh
Hello, Susan. Yes, you. Holding that pack. I know you've been avoiding me because in the past I've made you uncomfortable. Maybe even caused you pain. But I want you to know that I have changed. For you.
Hey, what is this?
You can love me again if you're willing to give me another chance. Meet me at aisle 4. Hey, Susan.
It's lactose free.
We know you love milk, and now there is milk that loves you. With Gold Crown lactose-free milk, you can enjoy the richness of natural cow's milk without any of the digestion discomfort. Gold Crown lactose-free, milk that loves you.
Nilikuwa naishi Mlolongo, nikaamua kuweka duka South B ya spares. Nikatafuta rafiki yangu, akanipeleka kwa group, nikaanza savings na Equity. Wakati unataka loan, unaongea na Equity, group ina guarantee upewe hiyo pesa. Mabank zingine mpaka upeane kitu kama title deed, na nikaona sasa hii ya group hakuna kitu unaitishwa, ni kujicommit wewe mwenyewe. Nilichukua loan ya 30, kwanza ikanipelekea mtoto shule, nikaenda ya 70, nikajenga nyumba yangu, nikaenda 200 na nikaongeza kazi pia. Vile corona ilikuja March, kazi zilienda chini. Bank wakasema mwenye ako na loan tuende kwa bank. Kila mtu vile alikuwa amechukua loan yake, kiwango yake akareduciwa. Kama Equity Bank haingepunguza loan yetu, maisha ingekuwa ngumu sana. Sasa nimekuwa marafiki na Equity Bank kabisa.
Thank you for staying with us on NTV Weekend Edition. And for some culture now, what is the most unusual thing you've witnessed at a funeral? How about burying the deceased while they're in a sitting position? This is the case for the Balunda clan in Bungoma County, who've practiced this for years. Nuru Abdulaziz takes us to Bungoma County.
Namarambi Village, Webuye East constituency in Bungoma County. Villagers have come out in large numbers to attend a burial ceremony of former Webuye MP Musikari Kombo's brother from the Balunda clan. This is a clan among the Bukusu sub-tribe whose burial culture is unique. The dead are buried while seated. Yes, seated. The genesis? Well, their leader Mulunda died while seated on an anthill.
Sasa waliona ng'ombe narudi peke yake. Na huyu msa ameenda wapi? Na alikuwa mgonjwa. Bakamfuata, wakafuatilia vile alipeleka ng'ombe kuchunga, bakatafuta, bakamuona, bakampata kwa hiyo mujwa. Anakaa tu, hakulala.
And they decided to bury him where he died in his sitting position.
Watoto yake na marafiki wakakuja wakamuonelea kwamba amekaa tu vizuri, bakakata miti bakawekelea kwa mlango, bakaleta majani bakamuwekelea, bakaleta mchanga bakaweka, bakasema sasa Mulunda kifo chake kama anakufa anakaa hawezi lala.
During the burial, there are factors that are taken into consideration before the body is lowered in the grave. When the mourners were arriving, there was no rain, but rainmakers were called in and the heavens opened up.
Sisi Balunda ni watu wa mvua, ndio kwa sababu mliona kabla mambo yake kuenda mbele kabisa ikanyesha kidogo.
The body is then lowered into the grave and placed in sitting position, and a white cloth used to cover the coffin.
Hiyo nguo inamaanisha Mulunda vile alikufa, balichukua miti bakaweka mbele ya mlango yenye alikaa, kwa hiyo muchwa bakaleta machani, na hiyo machani ndio akamwekelea. Sasa ndio Mliona hiyo nguo.
This is a cultural practice that they say they will hold on to. Nuru Abdulaziz, NTV.
Thank you, Nuru Abdulaziz, for that education. The Judicial Service Commission is facing a major fallout after one of its commissioners accused Chief Justice David Maraga of sabotaging the recruitment of his successor. But the Law Society of Kenya has opposed the early recruitment process, terming it unlawful, unconstitutional, and a strategy targeting Maraga and his deputy.
The David Maraga succession battle is on, and it has left the Judicial Service Commission divided on moving to recruit a successor before the Chief Justice exits office. The Law Society of Kenya's representative to the Commission, Macharia Njeru, says the JSC set up a committee to get the matter settled. He, however, accuses Maraga, his deputy Philomena Mwilu, and Mohamed Wasame of sabotaging the exercise.
When I'm setting this position, it's not a Macharia Njeru position. The matter was discussed before a commission where 8 members out of 11 agreed with the committee's position. Is to ensure that seamless transition. Now, that can only happen if you also ensure that the recruitment of the next Chief Justice is done in good time.
However, LSK has disowned Njeru and Commissioner Mercy Deche, accusing them of misrepresenting the society, despite being their representative to the commission, citing political interests.
We are aware of attempts to amend the law with the selfish and myopic intention of targeting Justices David Maraga and Philomena Mwilu, who appear to have been shackled with the highest blame for the 1st September 2017 decision annulling the election of His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta. The recruitment of the Chief Justice and the Deputy Chief Justice be commenced only after a vacancy occurs in the 2 offices.
CJ Maraga is to retire on the 12th of January 2021. Macharia says that the CJ adjourned a JSC meeting that was to address the matter.
Just a few hours before that meeting, it was cancelled.
The society lodges to imagine that its representatives of the commission have been roped into this nefarious illegal enterprise intended to subvert the Constitution of Kenya and interfere with the independence of the judiciary.
I'm still around for a while. We have quite a number of things to do. A retiring judge takes terminal leave. So when my time comes, I will receive a letter from the CRJ asking me to take terminal leave. I believe that will be somewhere in November.
The Maraga exit and succession has proved to offer division on various fronts. Vincent Odur, NTV.
From the divisions in the Judicial Service Commissions to divisions in the executive, President Uhuru Kenyatta has once again asked his deputy William Ruto to tame his presidential ambitions, at least for now, and focus on development. On his part, DP Ruto has increased the tempo of his campaigns as he toured Meru County and set the ground for a no vote to the BBI report, which may be released in the coming week. NTV's senior political affairs reporter Kennedy Mureithi looks into this scenario and a meeting at State House that points to the direction the BBI agenda is likely to take.
President Uhuru Kenyatta is setting his ground ready for the release of the Building Bridges Initiative report, which, according to sources, is to be released next week. President Kenyatta hosted parliamentary leadership from both houses, chairpersons and their deputies, who will be expected to play a key role when the document comes to Parliament. The structure of the yet-to-be-released report has 3 parts. First is on the issues that require policy, and this will be dealt with at cabinet level. Then there are issues that require legislative attention, which will require the synergy of both houses of parliament. And then there are those that will require a referendum.
Will as many as what opinion say aye?
The meeting at State House Nairobi was also an opportunity for the president to meet the new appointees in parliament's leadership, coming on the backdrop of their placement there in readiness for the BBI, as they were a representation of the aspirations of President Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga.
This is the first
true session of the leadership of Parliament that is truly reflective of the way in which we want our country to go.
Though the president was non-committal on when the report will be released, there have been indications that it is ready and will greatly focus on changing the political architecture of the country. According to President Kenyatta, the idea of a winner-takes-it-all election is the source of conflict, and this has to change.
Let us be able to build a level of trust, and confidence that a Kenyan citizen can know, yes, I may have a favored candidate. But regardless of whether my favored candidate wins, I will be very happy.
Those at State House believe the president was speaking of his deputy William Ruto, who he allegedly reprimanded at the meeting for early campaigns.
And today's leadership that showed up in the State House is a reflection of that new configuration, specifically the reaction to the bad manners, the bad behavior, the bad intentions, the evil schemes of the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya in undermining his boss before he can even achieve the legacy that he has been trying to achieve.
Na BBI hapana tumekataa.
While the ground was being readied for the BBI, Ruto and his allies who were in Meru were singing a different tune. They beat down the handshake agenda and popularized the hustler narrative.
Nilikuwa mtu ya kuuza kuku barabarani. Kwa hivyo mimi naelewa mtu wa kinyozi ni biashara gani. Na ule wa mama mboga na ule wa kuchoma mahindi. Na ule wa kupiga viatu rangi na huyu wa bodaboda. Mimi naelewana na wao. Kwa hivyo wale wadosi wanasumbuka na mimi, wanipatie nafasi, wanipatie time, kwa sababu mimi naelewa biashara ya hawa watu wadogo.
The next big thing politically in the country is the release of the BBI report, which has already sent the political world into a frenzy, with Deputy President William Ruto and his allies already calling on Kenyans to shun anything about that particular document, as it is going to play into the narrative of furthering the prospects of the rich. Kennedy Mureithi, NTV.
As you mull that report by Kennedy Mureithi, mull this: what would you do if while you are out walking you encountered a mama lion? Would you turn your back to it and run, or fall to the ground and play dead? I say I'd fall to the ground and play dead, because can you really outrun a lion? But when this runner in Utah was stalked by a mountain lion trying to protect her cubs, he went with back away slowly while raising a ruckus. Have a listen as we take a break.
Go away. Go away. I'm big and scary.
For a better tomorrow, don't forget to do the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate every night.
Sona moja imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli ili kupambana na maumivu kwa haraka. Sona moja ina aspirin kama kiungo. Sona moja, kitulizo kamili. Maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari.
Good.
When I was in prison, I thought a lot about you.
This is not acceptable!
We know you love milk, and now there is milk that loves you. With Gold Crown lactose-free milk, you can enjoy the richness of natural cow's milk without any of the digestion discomfort. Gold Crown lactose-free, milk that loves you.
your gums hurt?
Yeah.
Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile?
All that in one toothpaste?
Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums.
Ah, Colgate Herbal.
Let's go. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally.
With the Stay Soft refill, saving money is as easy as snip, pour, mix with water, and shake. Stay Soft refill. It's 2 liters of Stay Soft for up to 30% less.
The risk of illness causing germs is increasing. It is believed that the coronavirus can remain on surfaces in your home for up to 9 days. Touching infected surfaces is one of the ways in which germs spread. Regularly disinfect your floors, countertops, and kitchen surfaces with bleach, and use an effective toilet cleaner inside and outside your toilet bowl. This message is brought to you by Medifacts, JIG, and Harpic.
Thank you for staying with us on NTV Weekend Edition. We have not forgotten about the party pooper in the room, and that is the COVID-19 pandemic. 12 fatalities have been reported from the coronavirus today, bringing the death toll to 825. 616 new infections have also been reported by the Ministry of Health out of 5,512 samples tested, a positivity rate of 11.1%. The infections tally therefore stands at 44,196. Total recoveries now stand at 31,752, with 104 of them reported today. As the COVID-19 numbers continue to grow, with Nairobi leading the pack, mass testing in the capital has kicked off once again, and this time it's under the stewardship of the Nairobi Metropolitan Service. NMS says the activity will last for 2 days, in all 17 sub-counties of Nairobi. Anita Nkonge with the details.
Over the last few months, Kenya has lacked the capacity to test many COVID-19 samples due to shortage of reagents. But as the situation eases, the Nairobi Metropolitan Services is seeking to determine the burden of the virus in the city through testing the masses.
There are several people who are having the infection, but they don't have the symptoms, but they are capable of spreading. So those are the kind of situation we want to find out so that we can be able to stop what is called a chain of transmission.
We are targeting around 200 per site, which is per sub-county, but we are very, very ready to do up to 5,000.
Test results are expected to be released after 24 to 48 hours, depending on the caseload. Treatment may also vary depending on the severity of the symptoms.
We have a very clear contact tracing mechanism. Our home-based care model is working very well. And those who also need to go to the hospitals, we now have a good isolation facilities and also the treatment centers that we have for COVID. So we are fully prepared to respond to the outcome of this testing exercise.
I'm heartened to see that many governments have used the time they had during the lockdowns to ramp up their capacities to curb the pandemic. African countries are now in a much better position to tackle the new challenges COVID-19 is throwing our way.
Health officials are also warning against the continued laxity by many Kenyans when it comes to COVID-19 measures.
I don't think that it is necessary that we should beg every single person to take care of the other person, you know. And as we mentioned before, you may not be affected by COVID because you may be asymptomatic or you may have the mild symptoms. But someone else who is vulnerable may lose their life because of your recklessness.
This is the second mass testing in the city since the virus entered Kenya, the first being in May with over 3,000 tests done. Anita Nkonge, NTV.
Luala Hospital in North Kamagambo in Rungo has suspended all outpatient services for 2 weeks after 10 hospital workers tested COVID-19 positive. The hospital carried out mass testing on its staff last week, and according to the management, they have recalled all staff who were on leave. Bernardo Joang has more.
10 healthcare workers tested COVID-19 in Rongo and have been isolated here at Luala Community Alliance. This is after a routine test that was done last week.
Managed to conduct a
staff testing to all our staff who were working in the facility, and through that we managed to do several tests, and the last test that we carried out, we managed to get 10 positives. That is the situation as per now.
According to Luala Community Alliance management, the decision is in compliance with the COVID-19 regulations from the Ministry of Health. It has affected several services, including outpatient services. Some services, such as maternity care, will still be offered, but under strict COVID-19 containment guidelines.
You also know that Luala has been doing many deliveries, and right now, that is the only service that we are seeing that is remaining. Because for the maternal child health, you have to take care of the mothers. So far what we've done, like we've ensured that we have, most of our staff have gone home because for the self-quarantine, and we've ensured that we've sourced for some other staffs who will come and support the maternity cases. And also at night, there's a staff who will be doing the ambulance pickup. So far we are doing the fumigation of the areas so that we ensure that everything is very much in place. Because of the 10 cases, like we had to do, like it was almost from all the sections, so we had to do the entire fumigation. That is what we are doing part of today and also tomorrow.
Luala Community Communications Officer Doreen Awino confirmed the partial closure of the facility, adding that the county department is working closely with Luala Alliance for contact tracing and to provide necessary support to ensure protocol compliance.
All the staff who have been in the compound for the last 10 days are on quarantine. So during that time, we are having backup from the Ministry of Health, and a few staff to support our maternity services here, and also to add to both Ndege and Menyanya. So for the next 10 days or so, but we will also be doing retesting to all the staff and all that. So we'll monitor the situation and the test and see how services can be quickly restored back.
Medics who work at the facility and were on leave have been recalled. Bernard Ojuang, NTV.
Narok Governor Samuel Tunai, Narok East Member of Parliament Leman Ken Aramat, and 4 others treated death when the chopper they were flying in crash-landed shortly after takeoff. The accident occurred as they left Kipejuice village in Narok North Sub-County, where they had attended a burial. Governor Tunai and Aramat were in the aircraft with security personnel and the pilot. The aircraft was branded Karen Blixen Camp Trust. The cause of the crash was not immediately established, but reports pointed at mechanical problems. Red Cross personnel examined him at the scene before he boarded a vehicle to Nairobi for further examination. The governor uses choppers to travel to different parts of the county as a road transport would take long.
Kwa ajili ya weather ama kwa ajili ya maumbile ya pande hii ya Mau ama Melili, ndio pengine vile iko highland ama iko juu ndio imeweza kukosa control, na weather ya pande hii ni kama inanyesha, kwa hivyo ndio pengine weather imezuia kupanda juu vile ilikuwa imeweza kukuja.
Na ndege imejaribu kuamuka mara 4 ikakataa, inaenda nyuma, inaenda mbele. Wakati ameamuka akaweza kwenda mita kama 100 ndio akaweza kuanguka chini, lakini tunashukuru Mungu kwa sababu hakuna mtu ameumia.
It's a good thing they survived, and initial testing has shown that they are faring well. Well, you know, if you're going to knock on my door in the middle of the night and rouse me from my peaceful slumber, you best have a good reason, and there could be no better reason than winning a Nobel Prize. Here's how Paul Milgrom found out that he'd won the Nobel Prize for Economics at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. You've won the Nobel. You've won the Nobel Prize, and so they're trying to reach you, but they cannot. They don't seem to have a number for you.
We gave them your cell phone number.
Yeah, I have. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Get an 8-acre prime residential plot with soil merchants in Kisamis along Magadi Road, a few minutes from the Vibrant Kiserian town. Electricity and borehole water available at 148,000 Kenya shillings for cash buyers or 195,000 Kenya shillings for installment buyers. Pay 30% deposit and clear the balance in 6 months. SMS plot to 21595 for details. Welcome to our open day on 17th October 2020. Buy today, build tomorrow.
Credit to you if you stay at home. If you must shop online, use your NCBA credit card. Stay home. Stay safe.
From far with you. I even gifted you a magnificent house. Rosa, it's the thought that counts. Please help me.
When it comes to fever, you need to be both. Panadol Baby and Infant starts to work on fever in 15 minutes and is gentle on the tummy. Panadol Baby and Infant, tough on fever, gentle on your child.
The new Maisha Aluzinc Mabati from Maisha Mabati Limited. For the first time in Kenya, a roofing product that combines aesthetics with proven resilience. Its unique combination of aluminium and zinc gives it a 5 times longer lifespan than normal Mabati, thanks to the excellent state-of-the-art mill. It has 20 years lifespan, it's easy to install, it's flexible and durable, it stands up to severe weather conditions, has good abrasion and rust resistance, it's affordable and is approved by the Kenya Bureau of Standards and is available countrywide. It can be used for all applications. Always insist on Maisha Aluzinc Mabati, a product of Maisha Mabati Rolling Mills, Ruiru. Introducing Centric Courts Apartments in Thindigwa, Kiambu. Located just 12 kilometers from the CBD. On sale is a group of 3-bedroom apartments that offer elegance, style, and proximity to a host of services and amenities. Enjoy 24/7 security, ample parking space, hot solar water, and kids' play area. Cash offer at 10.5 million. Rent at 55,000 shillings, or a block of 16 units for 160 million. The first 3 cash buyers will win a car or a furnished apartment. Call us on 0735 832 709 or 0791 874 281.
Childhood glaucoma comprises 6% of all total childhood blindness.
They used to say now you still give birth to other children, is that a problem?
It's only small percentage that may be linked to genetics.
It is withers and a lot of children lose their eyesight. When it actually can be treated and managed, these children can live a full productive life.
To settle your family in an affordable, clean and serene environment? Get your value-added plot at only 1.295 million shillings. We also have flexible payment options of up to 12 months. Call us today on 0790 300 300.
Thank you once again for staying with us on NTV Weekend Edition. More than 4,500 families from Mount Elgon in Bungoma County have been forced to spend their nights in cold after officers from the Kenya Forest Service allegedly evicted them from the Mount Elgon National Forest in Bungoma County. Our reporter Gabriel Kudaka has the details.
For the last 2 weeks now, these caves on the slopes of Mount Elgon have now become their home. They may not provide the comfort they were used to while in their houses, but they are all they have.
Wametoa mimi hapa niko kwa pango. Sasa kwa pango huko hakuna hata malazi, hata hakuna kula kitu.
They attribute their tribulations to the Kenya Forest Service guards who torched their houses in a move to evict them from what is said to be part of forest land. Their eviction leaving behind a trail of destruction and more than 4,500 families in limbo.
Asubuhi moja tunaambiwa toka kwa nyumba. Unauliza natoka kwa nyumba ninaenda wapi? Ati hapa ni forest. Kudhibitisha hapa ni forest tumeshindwa. Sisi tunaweza kudhibitisha hapa ni reserve kwa sababu tumethibitisha mbele ya serikali mara kadhaa.
The thousands of residents claim they had been authorized to occupy part of the forest land as long as they conserved it through their community forest associations. They are reading mischief in the timing of evictions, coming just when their produce is almost ready for harvesting.
Ya watu wameongoja vitu vimekuwa tayari na wanakata.
A human rights activist who went to court to block the evictions has condemned the move, accusing the Kenya Forest Service of impunity.
Wao hawako ndani ya forest kulingana na hizo beacons. Nyumba zimechomwa nje ya hizo beacons. Ndio nikaamua nikaenda kotini.
The displaced residents say the current condition exposes them to more risk of contracting COVID-19 and are appealing to the Lands Ministry to intervene. Gabriel Kudaka, NTV.
Our efforts to get a comment from the Kenya Forest Service have borne no fruit. But the Principal Secretary for Environment, Chris Kipto, said that there should be an additional grace period. We're keeping an eye on the story and shall update you on the developments. What would you do if a gang of gunmen forced their way into your home? When it came down to fight or flight, this 5-year-old chose fight when he sought to defend his home. You can see him there trying to tackle the gunmen. Thankfully, no one was injured in the incident.
Celebrate Mashujaa Day with Royal Mabati. We have glossy profiles at Kenya shillings 370, tiles profiles from Kenya shillings 550 countrywide, and Royal Aluzinc startup pricing at 290 for hardwares. We also have light gauge steel and stone coated, which is fireproof, resistance to harsh weather and conditions like rain and termites. Cheaper compared to timber and durable to serve generations to generations. Call us today to make your order. Free delivery countrywide with Lipa Pole Pole payment option available.
Are you looking to study abroad? Options Education Agency is here for you. With over a decade of experience in applications to reputable Australian and UK universities, we take pride in our services, professional counseling, visa applications, airport pickups, and accommodation arrangements. Visit our offices in Nairobi, the Mall Westlands, first floor, or call us on 0724 333 222. Options Education Agency, where your journey begins.
Mix of the week in association with Airtel.
I don't charge my energy. For the journey, for the journey.
Bossy, bossy.
Look in the mirror, say yes, I'm the best.
This is a short deal.
Completely transparent.
Okay.
If only all things in life were as honest as Airtel's amazing data. Get 500 MB free daily. Switch to Airtel and save. The Honest Network.
Maji mdosi wangu ametupa simu yangu ndani ya maji.
Mdosi wako kwa sawa. Venye Nkirota ameniambia ajui na akimpigia simu ashiki. Hi, guy, what the?
For the women who deserve more, Moped is now in Kenya and more than 40 countries. With its nylon-free surface, new Moped has unique softness and up to 100% protection. Your skin will love it.
Introducing Centric Courts Apartments. Cash offer at 10.5 million. rent at 55,000 shillings, or a block of 16 units for 160 million. The first 3 cash buyers will win a car or a furnished apartment.
Maisha Mabati Tips. Made out of aluminium and zinc to last longer than any other mabati. Affordable and value for money. Most preferred and favorite mabati. Used in both housing and projects. KEBS certified.
The new Maisha Aluzinc Mabati from Maisha Mabati Limited. For the first time in Kenya, a roofing product that combines aesthetics with proven resilience. Its unique combination of aluminium and zinc gives it a 5 times longer lifespan than normal mabati.
Childhood glaucoma comprises 6% of all total childhood blindness.
They used to say now you still give birth to other children, is that a problem?
It's only a small percentage that may be linked to genetics.
It is withers and a lot of children lose their eyesight. When it actually can be treated and managed, these children can live a full, productive life.
Are you looking to settle your family in an affordable, clean and serene environment? Get your value-added plot at only 1.295 million shillings. We also have flexible payment options of up to 12 months. Call us today on 0790 300 300.
NTV Sport in association with Showmax.
Time for the sports news, and Football Kenya Federation President Nick Mwendwa has retained his seat after winning the national election during a special general meeting which was held at the Safari Park Hotel in Nairobi. Mwendwa garnered 77 votes, beating former Gor Mahia CEO Ludwig Aduda, who came in second with 5 votes. Herbert Mwachiro was third with 3 votes.
After cancellation twice by the Sports Dispute Tribunal, the Football Kenya Federation election was finally held today during the special general meeting at the Safari Park Hotel. FKF President incumbent Nick Mwendwa was re-elected for a second term of 4 years. Mwendwa garnered 77 votes. Former Gor Mahia CEO Ludwig Aduda came in second with 5 votes, while Herbert Machiro was third with 3 votes. Boniface Osano and Dan Mule failed to garner any vote.
We have got 90.5% of the vote today. They have shown that they believe in what we are doing. They believe also in what they've gone through. And I want to thank them today. Secondly, I want to say that in football, I always said that most of our members are happy with the path that we have taken. They are part of it. And today they have said it on the ballot. We want a stable house. We are still in debt. We are hopeful that in 2 years to 3 years we can deal with that. But we feel that there's a World Cup calling. I don't know which one it is. So we want to think about which World Cup that is. Because Kenya needs to rise now. Kenya needs to go to the next level. Go back to AFCON. Go to the World Cup. Women World Cup. Men World Cup. Whichever that is.
Meanwhile, the National Executive Committee election also took place. Michael Ouma was elected as the new member of Nairobi region after scooping 59 votes, beating Tom Alila and Isaac Masharia. Joseph Andere retained his Nyanza region seat with 97 votes against 5 of his competitor, Laban Jobita. The NEC Women's representative seat proved to be a most hotly contested of the day. Margaret Omondi edging Kerubo Momanyi by just 1 vote. The former referee garnered 43 against 42 of the former Shabana Secretary General. Yoshua Makori, NTV Sport, Nairobi.
Kenya's Perez Jepchirchir set the bar higher with her second World Half Marathon career win and the second women-only world record in just as many months. The 27-year-old shaved off 18 seconds to smash the previous record of 1 hour, 5 minutes and 34 seconds she set last month in Prague, and which had been ratified.
And coming back again, and it was very tactical event, and she really played a very good role in ensuring that we get Kenya gets a medal, and I really congratulate her. She was amazing.
She was amazing. Everton came from behind twice to maintain their unbeaten start to the Premier League in a Merseyside derby thriller as Liverpool were denied a stoppage time winner by video assistant referee. Sadio Mane put the visitors ahead in the 3rd minute, but Everton, who had won their previous 7 games in
Sport in association with Showmax.
That's it for NTV Weekend Edition. Our sign language interpreter is David Agondoa. Coming up is Jam Down with DJ Mo and Miss Katiwa.